Is it live?
Hello, hello. I'm pretty sure it is.
Portia, what are you doing?
She finds the picture interesting all of a sudden.
Oh, tablet went dark.
As soon as we begin the stream, she's like, nope. I'm gonna go up on Beyond TV. On this TV.
In case anyone didn't hear through Discord, my old tablet died. Started smoking, crazy stuff. So we're on an iPad now. We'll see how that goes.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Hey! Fox and Ragna, hello! I don't know who was first, both the messages showed up at the same time.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Good messages.
Let me double check our YouTube because I don't think the thumbnail properly updated.
Really? Even after doing it twice?
I don't know. YouTube's just funny like that.
I had the same issue. Portia, what are you doing?
Since Portia's up in front of the TV, we'll just move the camera up there because she's all up in the screen.
I forget if we put in Discord, but my TV died as well, so we're using the one from the bedroom. But it's a good TV too, so it'll work. But that's why they're kind of like staggered. We haven't hung it properly yet. We didn't have the hardware. Oh, she's going back there.
I was wondering why she hadn't investigated that sudden gap between the TVs.
I bet it's warm back there.
Well, I'm sure she'll be back in a minute. She'll need to rest her paws after her adventure.
The TV, I don't know, Kingdom Hearts killed it somehow. It went dark all down the left side.
Hey, what's up, Dave?
Refused to turn on again. We tried a bunch of factory resets and stuff. And
yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with all of our electronics lately. It seems like we're definitely cursed in the electronics department as well. We've lost a tablet and a TV in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, a moment of silence for the tablet and the TV.
Ryza has some nice thighs. I mean, there's been a lot of talk on the internet over those thighs. Even the creators are like dumbfounded, like, we did not make her to be a sexy character at all.
I don't believe it.
We had no intention of this.
I mean, as far as like Japan beauty standards go, they might consider her like kind of overweight, maybe. But I don't know. It seems like everyone likes it, and I think that's a good thing. Because not just, like, clothes hangers are attractive.
Ah, Portia's back.
Port. Oh, let's actually draw something. Let's see. What does it look like?
Hey, Ned, what's going on?
Ned, hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the other TV and I'm gonna experiment with it and see if maybe I can get it working again. We've had these TVs for quite a few years. They're about as old as LED TVs are, so they don't really owe us anything, but still, I would like to get it working if possible.
And as fast as TV technology improves, I think we got these when 4K started being a thing or something, I forget.
Hey, I'd be up for Sash cosplaying some Ryza. I don't know who I'd cosplay as, though. Maybe the bald blacksmith?
Hageru? Let's see. The alchemist dude? He's got a cool cloak.
Yeah, I could probably be anyone nerdy.
I think he's got glasses. Or no, maybe a monocle?
Doesn't he have a lab coat?
Something like that. One of the characters has a lab coat. The little blonde kid.
Okay, I guess I could be a kid.
I don't know how young he is. Alright, let's actually draw
5 foot nothing. I can get away with being children.
Probably could. He's got a big hammer.
I remember them saying that in the interview, Dave. We want to approach a broader audience, so that's why we've changed her design. But we did not intend for her to be to seem sexy in any kind of way.
Sure. Okay. I don't believe that for a second. I mean, I guess she's kind of controversial as far as, like, Japanese beauty standards go, but as far as the world's concerned, I think she's got a sexy design.
It's funny you mentioned that, Rags, because I've actually had a few people. I guess just because of my name, because I don't look like Roy, but they're all like, "You should be Roy from Fire Emblem."
You could totally do Roy. You just need a wig.
He wouldn't be that hard. I think the armor would probably be pretty fast, and then I could do. Honestly, the sewing for the clothing under would probably be the worst part of it. Does he wear a girdle? I think I would need a girdle though, because Roy's really thin.
Is he?
I think so.
I thought it was like muscular.
Little thin-skiller, I guess. He's toned. Roy's
like
like
his
the
face, that's
smallest
cute.
of the knights.
Okay. I found the picture I like.
Hey, Rick, what's going on, bro?
Hello,
You're pretty
hello.
tired, dude? Yeah, Sash took a quick nap before we came on as well.
Totally didn't mean to, but it just happened.
Yeah, Rags, I don't think many anime ladies, or gaming ladies in general, could be very controversial when compared to the onslaught of ladies from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I mean, it wasn't even
they
just...
were built kind of like that, too.
It wasn't even just Pyra and Mithra. Like, almost all of the female blades, like, they covered the broad spectrum with that game. Sneeze? Portia's a sneezing up on... Oh, she's on top of my jacket. I was outside doing the chickens earlier, so she's probably... I was letting the chickens in. She's probably like, whoa, this is outside stuff. I'm not used to this.
What's the smell?
This smells like something I want to eat, but also am allergic to. There we go. She's done with her adventure. She's ready to settle in. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong.
She's interested in the TV again.
So the cats weren't interested in the TV at all until a few days ago. We found some cat TV channels on YouTube. Have you guys ever seen those? Where it's like it's just content designed to entertain cats. It's like a camera set up on a log with a bunch of birds and life passing over it. And we put that on to see how they would react. And it was pretty funny. They were all over it for like hours. But ever since, they've been like really interested in the TVs. They want to watch TV now. Like, she's just sitting right here looking up at the TV. I think she's expecting birds to be there. No worries, Ned. You can join the club. That's me every day. I'm the president of the non-functioning brain club. And Rags, I'm definitely not complaining either. We need a high-def remaster of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, even though it just came out 2 years ago.
Do it again.
Do it again!
But better.
There was a squirrel that came up on that cat TV. If you guys have cats and you've never looked up cat... What was it you looked up? Cat TV? Cat content?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think just videos for cats or something.
Yeah, videos for cats. If you look it up, it's like super high def. Like the cameras they used for these videos must be like really, really expensive. But it's beautiful. It'll just be kind of like moving around from tree to tree with different birds, different animals, squirrels, all sorts of stuff. Cats just eat it up. Hey, Lucas, what's going on?
Oh, that's interesting.
The notifications actually worked.
Portia looks pretty cute.
I still actually haven't tried it yet, Rags. Sash tried turning it on. She wasn't too pleased with the character creation.
Sims, yeah.
If I have any spare time lately, though, I've been kind of really, really involved romantically with Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Oh, goodness. Crushing on that Malroth.
Yep. I love Laharl and I love Malroth, and what do they have in common? They both share those hair horns.
When I was trying to Google your issue with your game, like why it was dead, to try to fix it. That was all I was finding was everybody just loves Malroth.
Yeah, Malroth is really popular. I mean, he actually speaks, though, unlike Protag.
Mm.
Oh, Rick, for the variants, I'm pretty happy with them. I think they're definite. I was really just worried they were going to bring out, like, Verdant Nargacuga or one of the lesser. Not that I dislike them, but I was just worried they wouldn't bring any of the more powerful variants. But I'm happy with Raging and Furious.
I was really hoping for Lucent Narga.
There's gonna be so much punching.
Yeah, I don't really want to fight any more Rajang, but I have a feeling I'm gonna want his new gear.
Yeah, Lucent Nargacuga would be really great, but I don't know
Good taste.
how would they include him in World though. I think it would be really difficult. They couldn't even get Legiacris in. I mean, that granted that's water, but they've used Legiacris on land solely before. That's what Ivory was.
Yeah, didn't Lucent go invisible sometimes?
Yeah, Lucent was invisible most of the time until you cut his tail. Oh, Lucas, which DS game you playing? Monster Hunter? Generations? Double Cross?
I mean, the ones on the DS were really good. I was surprised they played and looked as good as they did. Sorry, I had to start over. I made a new mistake and forgot to make a new, what do you call it, layer.
Hey, Gray, how's it going? How you doing today? Man, a 4U remaster on Switch would be awesome.
Yeah, I like that one.
Hey, Sheriff, what's going on?
I never played that one, but that one looked really good. I think I tried the demo for Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, Hyrule Warriors looked really good. I wanted to get it, but I think it came out around the same time as Dragon Quest Heroes, and I went with Heroes instead. Sorry, Sheriff, no habla español. I wish I did.
Yeah, me neither.
I used to take it, but I never got any good.
I took French like a dumb, because there's no French people who speak French in Texas.
Omelette au fromage. That's all you need.
Yep.
Oh, is it lunchtime there, Gray? What's on your menu by chance? Are you anywhere near where you could maybe get persimmon leaf sushi? When we were in Japan, persimmon leaf sushi was my favorite thing there. Oh my god. It was amazing.
Where'd we have that? Nara? It was Nara.
Yes, that was Nara, because we ate persimmon leaf sushi amongst the deers.
Oh, yes, that's right.
The deer. Whoops. And they were encroaching upon us as we were eating. They were hitting us up for crackers. Literally hitting me.
I didn't realize until after the fact how lucky we got not having any violent deer attack us while we were eating our sushi. It was probably not a safe place to eat. Yeah, it feels like forever since we did an art stream. What even is drawing anymore?
Yeah, the new variants look really cool, Gray. They look very painful. We were just talking about them. It's
yeah, they look violent.
we're all gonna be getting pummeled into the dirt quite a bit. Me especially, I'm sure, because I just tend to get that.
Nah, I think it'll be fine.
Did you guys see in the trailer? Did you see the move where Rajang grabbed the hunter and was actually beaming them in his hand? I forgot about that move.
Probably an insta-dead attack.
It's probably going to be one of those moves that you need to, like, actually break out of, or if you have other hunters with you, they're going to have to use, like, life powders. But can you just imagine that? Like, Rajang just comes up and grabs you, and he handles you like a Snickers bar, and then just blows energy all over you.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Thought I'd seen the last of that dude doing that event for the naked gear.
Raging Brachydios is another big one. I would put Raging up there with Rajang, normal Rajang, at least. I was happy to see that they brought his Ora 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 attack back. I'm sure that's going to be like his supernova style attack that he only gets to do when he's in full rage, but it's still cool to see that they brought it.
Yeah, that attack looks dangerous.
Unless, yeah, if he's like Lunastra, you guys know when you're in the grinding lands and Lunastra can actually spam her Nova.
I think they may have toned it down in one of the updates or something, because she was doing it bad when we were fighting her that one time, but I haven't seen her do that again.
Maybe. Yeah, we had a fight with her in grinding land. She was literally doing it at level 2 rage, and as soon as she would do it, she would immediately get angry again, and then as soon as she hit level 2, she'd be all over it. So I'm guessing in grinding lands, Brachydios is probably going to be Volcano, because they released the Volcano, or the Elder's Recess, and there wasn't really much point in getting it up there and keeping it up there. It's still just the, what is it? The Vale, Coral Highlands, and the Desert are the big ones to keep up, I think.
Yeah, Namiel's got the regen, augment, heart. I'm trying to think who's else is good.
The Coral Highlands has a few. It's got
Coral Vale, and maybe the Volcano's pretty handy because it's got gold.
no
Or not gold, silver.
Yeah, well, the Silver Los is in Coral too.
Yeah, that's
Coral
right. So I guess you
has
don't really need
Kirin,
Volcano.
Silver, and Namiel. That's like a huge chunk of the best monsters. And then the desert is gold.
So really, is there anything unique in the tundra area?
The tundra, I guess tempered duck.
Can't tempered duck show up in the forest?
I think you might be right. I believe tempered duck is in a couple places.
Okay, the Vale has tempered black veil. Valhazak.
Yeah, Black Veil Valhazak is there. He's one of the best sources of the greater gems. Namiel offers most of the best augmenting items, though. Namiel's like kind of a rock star as far as the augment items. Lunastra, you're looking awfully Lion Kingish.
Yeah, I've used a lion to get her face.
I was gonna say you've
She's
drawn
got too much going on.
Nala. We
Yeah.
have Nala here.
I just found a lion with a cute face and decided to start with that because she's got so many spiky things going on her face. I can't figure out what she looks like underneath.
She says that it was a lion's cute face, but it was actually like, it looked straight up like a lion that was snarling about to bite your head off.
Now you look cute.
Like a lion in attack mode. Oh, it's so cute.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be cute in person, but kind of look like a grin to me.
Oh yeah, the increased drop event is coming up. That's right. So it's going to be time for all of us to get out there and farm. Oh, look at that. Milo has saw fit to grace the camera with his side flaps. Hey, buddy. Mind if we aim this at you? He's like,
Yes.
no, you don't do that. Nope. He's like, what is this thing? Here, I'll give you pets. Yeah, we'll give you the pets. Pets, pets, pets. Look, you got the whole table to lie down on. except for where the camera is. He's got the camera almost pushed off the edge of the table here. Hey, Viserys, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a little while. You doing all right? And yeah, Luna's always been one of my favorites, although...
Yeah, she's tough.
I love her concept, but I can't say I've always been in love with her fight.
Yeah. I'm not really a fan of fighting her, but that's probably a good thing, because, I mean, she's hard to fight, so...
She's one of the only enemies in the game, though, that I have to actually say... I have a mood that when I get in the mood to fight Luna, like, I'll specifically want to fight Luna sometimes. And she's great to fight during those, I don't know, bouts of lunacy. Oh, nice, Dave. So I guess you two had a good conversation about your future now after you've been practicing with your vocal cords? Yeah, great. I absolutely love how Luna looks. She really, really looks cool.
I like her face, but I like Teo's horns better.
Well, if you look at like the way their faces are designed, she's always been designed like the shield, and his horns are like the spear or sword or whatever. So they're like sword and shield. They go so well together.
Although I'd say she's like sword and shield, and Teo's just kind of chill. He's not that hard to fight.
Oh, nice, Dave. That sounds great. Man, that would be awesome if you could use that to get your setup off the ground and start moving with that.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Did you make your YouTube yet, Dave? I forgot to ask you about that. It's I remember you said you were gonna wait and see how Kappa went about things last we spoke, which I believe was in December, which was the last art stream. It's been a while.
No wonder it feels like I haven't drawn in forever. I have not. And to doodle a quick Makoto.
You know what? Sorry to interrupt you.
No,
the way
good.
she looks right now, if you were to add a little body under her, she'd totally look like an Animal Crossing Monster Hunter mix.
Maybe I should do that.
There is someone that's been doing that. They're adorable.
Yeah, they're super cute. Oh my god, I love the Brichidios.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen them, if you like Animal Crossing and Monster Hunter, there is an artist out there. I wish I could remember their name. But there's someone doing Monster Hunter X Animal Crossing. They do all the monsters in Animal Crossing style, and it's adorable. Let's see if I can find them real quick. Ah, here we go. So let me find the artist.
Anjanette is cute too.
Yeah, they are flippin' adorable.
Oh, they got what are the meat monsters?
I'm gonna send them to the Discord real quick.
Patna? Is that those dudes?
So it looks like it's by an artist named Sam Santala. They're super cute though. Animal Crossing. Oh yeah, the canceled series.
No. That's not okay. We don't joke about that. I got my pre-order in. It's done. We're done.
Maybe try the thing that you had to do last time, Gray. I've been hearing that there's been a lot of issue with YouTube and people's data caches. But if you turn into airplane, if you go airplane mode and come back, I think that helps.
Oh, is it having issues again?
Ragnus is a troll.
Mm.
What I'm kind of worried about though is the they've been talking about the microtransactions are actually going to be in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
And it's going to have some compatibility with the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp,
Crap.
which a lot of people haven't really been happy about.
Yeah, I stopped playing it. Maybe I will turn her into an Animal Crossing character. People hype about that, right?
Oh yeah.
And she looks so cute.
Oh, Gray's excited about Animal Crossing too.
Hey, I'm hoping to cover it a ton.
Rags was asking if you're getting the Nintendo Switch. We've got Stubby in the chair, so we're gonna try to fit 2 cats.
I don't know if I can swing the Switch. I've already got a Switch, and it works fine. I don't know.
Gray, if you want those Joy-Cons, I hear that over in Japan they're gonna be offering the Joy-Cons separately. So you could get the Joy-Cons and put them on your Switch.
I think I did pre-order one of those special controllers, though. One with KK on it. I hope I did.
Oh, the Pro controllers? Yeah, they did have those. They had 2 of them, right? There's like a pastel green and then a darker green, with one with KK and the other had, what, Isabel?
Oh, I think it was Timmy and Tommy?
Oh, the Nooklings?
Yeah. Lawrence, I need to figure.
Oh yeah, you did just get your Switch, didn't you, Dave?
Oh, man. Oh, and didn't he get the Zenogre too? Was that him? Somebody got the Zenogre.
The Connecticut's?
Yeah,
Yes.
thought so.
And he's trying to sell his current Zenogre.
Hmm.
Which, if any of you are wanting a Zenogre, Dave's selling one on his eBay. For pretty cheap, too.
This is like a person version of her, but I really like how they did the horns.
Yeah, the dock and the engravements on the Switch, the actual Switch dock, are really nice. Does it come out the same day now, Rags? I thought Doom or Animal Crossing, one of them got pushed back like a week. Are they still both March 20th? I might have been looking at some fake news. I bet you are, Dave. I wish we lived close. I'd see if you wanted to come over and unbox it with us. My buddy Jose, you guys probably seen some of the videos. If we can't afford something and he really wants something, he's a really cool dude. He will actually get something, and if it's something we haven't been able to afford or we just can't get for whatever reason, he'll bring it over and let us unbox it with him on the channel. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's super nice of him. I know taking stuff out of the box is like a huge part of getting stuff.
We gotta drive over to South Carolina now so we can unbox that Zenogre with Dave.
It's only like a, what, 16-hour drive or something?
If you go along I-20 the whole way, because I-20 goes from our front yard all the way through South Carolina and then down into Florida, it's about, like a 20-ish hour drive if you're just going straight, maybe 16, 17. Some pretty good eats along the way, if I remember correctly. I haven't made that drive in years, like,
Yeah, me neither.
long time. Used to have family in Orangeburg, though, so used to go over there for that. But ever since they moved, nope.
Yeah, I used to have family in Aiken.
Oh yeah, your grandma was in Aiken.
Yeah, she moved to Michigan, but she was there.
Yeah, we're actually just east of Dallas, Dave. We're like right on the eastern border of Dallas.
Is this the eastern border?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bragg's has a limited edition keychain. We gotta go up to New York now. We're gonna go
Unbox the
we're gonna go
keychain.
make a stop in South Carolina, unbox the Connecticut's, and then we're heading up the East Coast to North York, to New York. I've actually made that exact trip before though, Dave, because had New York in Staten Island. Did I say had New York in Staten Island?
Mm-hmm.
Had family in Staten Island.
Had a whole New York.
I had a whole state. But yeah, we used to drive from Texas to South Carolina, pick up family there, and then go up to Manhattan in Staten Island for the family reunion after making a trip or two in like Jersey and Rhode Island too.
I don't know how accurate this fan art is. Maybe I should look at her in the game.
I think the longest I've ever driven was probably when we came back from Michigan that time, right?
Ooh, yeah,
I did
that's
almost
like
the entire trip on my own. I kind of just got driver's. I think.
driver's high.
Yeah, driver's high. I think you drove like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, I drove through a full tank of gas, and then we switched at the gas station, and I think you ended up driving the rest of the way.
Yeah, because I
don't know
remember it was
how.
like a good 15 hours or so, 15, 16 hours. You guys were asking if I wanted to let you drive. I was like, no, I'm gonna drive.
I mean, it does make the time pass a lot faster, I think, if you're driving or sleeping. If you can't sleep, though, driving's next best thing.
The giant the roaches and rats up in New York, Rags? Well, don't worry, we expect those. We kill them for EXP.
Oh, dang, that sounds like a long trip.
Unless the rats are cute, then we might, charm a couple, keep them as pets, because we're beastmasters as well.
Mm. Oh, there's a tank top with Luna on it. That's cool. But can I get a picture of Luna in the game from the front? Please. Try Google.
Oh, you're using Safari?
I was using Pinterest.
Really? You couldn't find a good... Oh, I mean, there she is right there.
Yeah, it's from the side. I need to see her from the
that?
front. Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
I was gonna say, that's like an awesome picture from the front.
Oh, so this part doesn't exist in real life. In real life. In real Monster Hunter. That's too bad. I like that part.
That's a pretty good drive too, though, Fox. I've never done it myself, but I've heard that that area, that whole line right there is pretty rough to drive in. Anywhere that's cold. I hate to drive where it's cold.
Hmm. Oh, Luna? Ooh, yeah, that's the one that Ray just found. That's a perfect one.
Good taste, man. Good taste. She's like staring at you, like into the camera's soul.
This one's a little bit clearer and zoomed in. I like it.
Why does Restream... Can you see these silly messages? I've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
When did they add that?
I don't know. It's like, I guess that's like... I mean, it's a good thing. Good motivational speech bot.
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
It just
like,
never...
Does anybody care?
It never did it till recently.
Yeah.
We have no snow, Rags. All
Yep.
we have is blessed heat. Lately, we've had a lot of water. I mean, you could take that and throw it in your fridge.
Yeah, I had to reschedule some work because it was just raining so dang much. I'm not amused.
Oh, you're doing a redraw of the kitty bit art, Ned? You don't have to
Oh,
redraw it. That was awesome as it was.
it was so cool to get fan art. Oh. Yeah, man, forget heat.
I don't really like the way the heat feels, but the heat's good for my heart because cold really, really kills me. Like we try to go out on walks, and if it's really cold out, like I'm talking Texas really cold, like 30 degrees out, I come back and man, I'm coughing and my everything hurts for a while.
Hmm.
I don't know what I would do if I were in like Michigan or New York. I would just have to huddle up in the house under the cotots and never leave. Like, just bring my work to me. I'll do it here. Under the table. Oh, sorry, Rags. We desperately need the ACs. Although, with our record for electronics lately, I wouldn't be surprised if they are what blew on us next.
Oh, yeah. I really hope they don't.
I hope this is wood. Oh, sorry, Milo. I woke him up. Sorry, buddy. I'll give you pets to make up for it. He's like, no, no.
Suddenly must itch.
You guys see Stubby in the back? He's trying to stay awake, but he's upright, but he's actually asleep right here.
Oops.
He's in that sleeping mode where his neck has like done a turtle and rescinded into his body. So his head's just kind of sitting on his shoulders. Snuggle with the local bums and rats? Well, they can have a lot of personality, Rags, so maybe I could do that and learn a thing or two. We've actually been putting a lot of thought into some solar panels, Fox. Do you actually have any solar? Rest mode for cats. I wish I'd get a better angle on Milo. Hi. Oh. He laid down all the way.
So flat.
Oh, is he giving you like back pay on the tax or on tax on the raise he was supposed to give you, Dave? Fire your boss. That totally sounds like a New Yorker move, Rags. I was gonna say, yep, that sounds like it's gonna pay off your Zenogre right there. Man, talk about good timing though. So you're gonna have your tax return and that, or actually, you already got your tax return, didn't you, Dave? Is that what you used your I know you got a camera and some other stuff a while back. Oh, you haven't gotten it yet. Okay, cool. I just went and filed my taxes.
She looks so good.
They're wobbly, Ned?
Hmm?
That's really cool, Fox. I've actually been wanting to talk to someone who actually had solar power and could vouch for how decent it is. Like, so you pay a monthly fee? Like, how did you sign up for it? Did you go for... Sorry to grill you on it. I find I'm big on green energy, and I really want to figure out a way for us to go green. Like, I've been thinking about, should we do solar? Should we do, like, aero? Because you can get those air turbines, but I have to look up the, what is it, the aerospace laws in our area, because I know that's a deal with those, because they have to go so high into the air above your house. So is it like, did you sign up with a company, they came out and installed it, and then you pay them by month, but then also you get more than that back probably in savings? Or do you like buy the solar panels outright?
This was like, probably, God, how many years now? Maybe 6 or 7 years ago. But, my school had, they bought a solar panel, and they would get a refund based on how much power it produced. Put back on into the grid.
That is an interesting... Yeah, so the power company would pay them back?
Yeah, they still had to pay for power, though, because it wouldn't, like on a cloudy day, it wouldn't provide 100%, and it was just, like, supplemental. It was one panel for the whole school.
Oh, okay. Hey, audience, how's it going, bro? How things been going with school and class and all that? I've been slowly and methodically toiling away at learning Blender still, so. Yeah, I've actually heard that if you can get enough solar panels on your house, you can eventually almost entirely eliminate the power grid to the point of where you can actually be getting enough of a refund back that it pays for what you're paying out to the solar company.
Yeah, you totally could, as long as the weather cooperated, and then you would just pay for the days that the weather was bad. But then if the weather is really sunny, then you might get more power than you used and get a refund.
Yeah, the only bad thing about solar power is storing it is really difficult, but you
can't. It just goes back into the grid.
There's actually a new technology. There's a new technology they are working on thing? Right now. That is the new Nissan Leaf, I believe, is one of the examples of like the first generation of battery that can store any kind of power.
Yeah, so if you had like solar panels and a car, then the power would go into the car, and then the car could put power back into your house. So you wouldn't use power from the grid, say at night.
Rumors of solar panels, and I actually have heard of that a little bit, Fox. Apparently they're supposed to be trying to figure out, because no matter how dark it is, it's not entirely dark. Otherwise, like, night vision goggles wouldn't work. So they're supposed to be trying to figure out a way to amplify the ambient lighting within the dark, like pretty much like what I just said, night vision goggles. The way they work, it amplifies it and pulls it as a type of energy. But
you can also maybe diversify, so like on days that it's say rainy, if you had wind and solar panels, the wind power would be stronger when there's storms and stuff.
Ooh, chili and cornbread. That sounds like an awesome meal on a cold night.
Sounds good.
I would also eat it in the summertime. I'd probably cry a little while I'm sweating profusely doing it, but I'd still enjoy it.
Yeah, all the like chili cook-offs and stuff are during the summer.
Man.
Makes no sense.
there ain't much better out there than a good bowl of chili with the right sides and fixins'. And call me a kid if you want, but man, I still love Chili Mac. Get me a good old heaping of macaroni and cheese and throw some chili and maybe like some grilled chicken on top, and I'm good to go. At least for the meal. Afterward, I'm not good to go anywhere, because I'm going to need to be near a bathroom the rest of the evening, but I will still love that meal. It's not chicken nuggets. You can get chicken nuggets and dip those in chili. You can ask Sash. I like to dip anything into anything, but most things I will dip into chili. One of the best burgers I ever had was a 3-patty melt macaroni and chili burger. So it had 3 meat patties, like 4 kinds of cheese on there, a layer of mac and cheese that they had like griddled to be like the same size as a patty of beef, and then it had chili on top. It was amazing.
That sounds like a heart attack.
I think I might have almost gone to the hospital, but it was still great. What's that old saying? What doesn't kill you makes you hungrier. Or fills you up.
Is that how it goes?
Food that nearly kills you makes you happiest.
I mean, you gotta live sometimes.
You gotta live till you die. Rags, the back it's been okay. It's the winter time. It always bugs me the most of the winter, but I'm good. And frogs, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Seems like they're absent tonight, as far as I can tell.
I don't know what's been up with my throat for the last, 3 or 4 months. Every time I eat, I end up, I never used to have food go down the wrong tube. But, man, I've been having such an issue with it lately. It almost feels like there's a hole somewhere in there, and food is there's just a random chance that food's gonna get in there. Oh, good. Well, that's good. I can't tell if the frogs are really present unless I'm having to clear my throat a lot. Then I notice it, but I just figured I always sounded like they were there. This music sounds awfully ominous now. Audience, I think you may have hit the nail on the head right there.
Probably. That makes a lot of sense.
My dad, being a Marine, he raised me to eat. He timed every meal that he was present for, and you know this, I've told you this story.
I thought he just took away your food if you didn't eat it fast enough.
Yeah, he took it away if I didn't hit it by the deadline.
Oh. I would have died.
Or he would let me finish it and then give me PT to do. Sleeping was timed at 4 hours. Meals were timed at 8 minutes.
8 what?
8 minutes.
I think it probably takes me that long to sit down and get all my stuff together to start eating. I was always told to chew my food 100 times or something. I forget the number.
It's time to give up pickles. No! You thought it was the date? I do that stuff all the time, Dave. I'll be looking at stuff and be like, that ain't right. And it'll totally be the time when I'm thinking it's the date. Or I'll look at the time and think it's the temperature. And I'm like, oh, what? 1,236 degrees?
Goodness. 214, that's pretty good. I need to go fuel up.
Yeah, we didn't do too much talking, unfortunately, audience. It was just sit down, eat, done. There were times on the setting the table and getting everything ready, and then cleanup was timed as well. It's under $2 near your house, Dave? What? It's been a little while since it's been under $2 around here. I think the average is $2.50, $2.40.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad. I've been waiting to fuel up. I don't want to.
Coloring's not going good for you, Ned?
Oh, coloring is hard.
I don't do coloring at all. I do everything gray, black and white.
I'm super tempted to, because So many times I like something when it's just the line art. Like, this is not bad. And then I color it like, oh, never mind. I hate it.
Yeah, Dave, I think it's because Texas still imports most of our fossil fuels still.
Which is dumb, because we got,
No.
like, such a huge store of it, but...
Yeah, we're holding on to that for, when we ultimately have to separate from the state. When Texas finally becomes independent. I don't know. We've been threatening that for so long. We have all the means. If we totally wanted to become a republic, we could. We've got ports. We've got borders. We're not entirely surrounded by states. We do have some oceans, so we can export and import on our own. We're like a tenth of the U.S.
Oh, $3.50. Oh my god.
Ooh, California is pretty rough lately with the costs of a lot of things, I hear.
$3.50.
$3.50.
Milo's super long right now.
Yeah. Check out the length. Start here.
He's a cat train.
Thumb for scale.
That's 100% belly.
Where's his tail? It's under him?
It's between his legs, I
It's
think.
under him.
It's a long.
He's out cold.
At least his eyes are closed.
I want to pet him, but he needs his beauty rest, I think. Not that he's not beautiful, but he would kill me. I know, right, Rags? I've been meaning to send Mercy a DM and see if she's okay. I want to make sure everything's good with her.
Yeah, we haven't seen her in a while.
She's probably just traveling around with her family. They get really, really busy, and when they get to traveling, she has, like, no time.
Oh, we're just fine.
No dollar menu in McDonald's. All the dollar stores do whole bills. They start at not the 99-cent store. It's the $9.99 stores.
Oof.
That Mac breakfast. Man, I really don't like what McDonald's does to my body, but I gotta admit that there are certain specific flavors in fast food that only McDonald's offers. Like, their double cheeseburgers and their breakfast tacos are entirely unique in flavor. Like, every here and there I just have to break down and do it. Their nuggets are actually pretty unique, too.
I don't know how to shrink this.
Would it be this? That thing?
I did do that and it started to do a little funky. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, look at that. That must be one way that people animate stuff, because it looked like she was looking around. The way you were moving it?
You could be right. This may just have to be big. I don't know.
You could just do a bust. You don't have to do the whole body. You could just do the face.
Yeah, she looks pretty cute. Let's do that.
I mean, I like all the details you got going on.
Where are her shoulders at?
Don't try the mayo from McDonald's. It's semen.
Oh god.
I will remember that. I thought it was just Kraft. Turns out it's seafaring craft.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, audience, I'm actually really in the same club. I will rarely do McDonald's, but there is just, like, I don't know, once maybe twice a year, I just get an undeniable craving for, like, double cheeseburgers from McDonald's. I just can't ignore it, and it will stick with me until I go do it, so. Oh, Gray. But see, Gray, you're in Japan. You've got the good McDonald's. We ate at McDonald's in Japan. Okay, we actually did a video on our channel from it's on there somewhere. I don't know. I think it's hidden in our guys, two guys in Japan. So we went to McDonald's just to try it out. The food was great. And the service was awesome. They were very, very good. But I mean, the service industry in Japan is just amazing. Like, everyone is professionally trained. They treat everyone with the utmost respect. It's just McDonald's in Japan is an entirely different creature. And I don't think we get the cherry blossom float, unfortunately.
No, we don't get cherry blossom anything here. What are cherry blossoms?
Ooh, audience, you are speaking my language. Man, Five Guys is good. Oof.
Oh, yeah, Five Guys is good.
Five Guys is like, oh.
They got good fries, too.
They are to burgers what Freebirds are to burritos. I love Five Guys.
Yeah, overkill.
Overkill is exactly what I love. Like, Five Guys is like seriously like... Oh, it's a real... Five Guys, though, is like seriously like... It's like a... It is like a burger from your backyard. It is overkill on the fries, though. But if you really like fries, then Five Fries is your kind of place. Because it's 5 times 100 fries. And that's the small.
They're kind of expensive, though.
The fries... I really like the fries for like the first 10 or 15. But the fact that they give you like 112 is the problem.
They're sort of like thick cut. So if you prefer like the shoestring, kind of like Steak and Shake does, then yeah, they kind of are lame. I sort of like that kind of fry.
It's like you go into the back and they're just like wholesale slaughtering potatoes.
They just have like bags of potatoes everywhere. Or no, peanuts. What's with all the peanuts? I've never tried coloring on this program.
Yeah, Rex, you are correct. They are having to deal with a bit of a birth crisis.
Oh, in Japan?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lovely color.
Audience says he's got a friend there. Says they do that because they don't keep old batches for very long and end up dumping them on customers instead of in the trash.
Oh, that's why they give you so many fries?
You're like, here, have it! If you were in Japan, it wouldn't be an issue.
That brush is weird. Yeah, sure, why not?
Sasha's got to relearn all of her brushes.
Yeah, I've just been using one the whole time.
She got used to Krita after 2 years of using it. And then all of a sudden, we're having to work with an iPad. And you guys know Apple. Apple doesn't work well with others. What are you doing? What is this? Oh. Off.
It's not.
Oh. Off.
Oh. It's not working how I'm intending it to. Forget it. We'll just do it this way.
It's like crisis? Crisis averted. Crisis? And crisis averted. Same crisis. And same solution.
I was adjusting it, but it wasn't fixing it. Just gotta do it the old-fashioned way.
Wait, so I think I read about that. The cruise ship with the coronavirus. Yeah, they've got they've got those poor people locked up in their rooms. I mean, it's the thing to do. But can you guys imagine being on a vacation, paying for a cruise? I'm sure they're going to get a refund though. I hope they do at least, but that doesn't mean they're going to get their time back that they took off work and everything. But can you imagine going on vacation and having that happen? Getting on a ship and you're just ready to relax and everything, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we kind of need you to stay in your room.
Especially on a ship. Like, man, I'd get so sick if I ended up with one of those rooms without windows. It's kind of almost purple.
Oh, another thing about the McDonald's in Japan, and I'm sure Gray already knows all about this burger. The ginger pork. They have a ginger pork burger there, and it's flippin' delicious. Like they have pork, like pork burgers, and they're really good.
Was that like a seasonal thing, or do they have that all the time?
Um, I don't know. They had it when we were there.
Yeah, I think that's what our video was on. If did we upload that?
Yeah, getting quarantined anytime would be horrible, but
Mm-hmm.
being on your vacation and having it happen,
Yeah,
I really hope they can figure that out and get those people back to safety, and I hope it really turns out for the best. I think they actually had a few confirmed cases of coronavirus here in Dallas recently.
And what? Are you serious? When?
The weekend we went to the convention.
You're kidding. I mean, I guess we're good, but what?
Well, if they were confirmed cases, I would. That is the kind of the scary thing about wanting to do things like conventions and going out and doing public stuff during this kind of thing. But as scary as it is, I still wouldn't want to let something like that keep me from living the life. If you want to take a break and get out there and have fun, I mean, go do it. Don't let fear rule you. Unless you're in an area where the coronavirus is extremely active, then maybe stay at home. Because you just want to keep living.
Even if you get it, you're not guaranteed to die.
No, I think the death rate on the coronavirus currently is 3% of the cases.
Eh?
What was that? Oh, we got a new... It didn't come up on the screen, but that was a subscriber sound.
Oh.
Juan, come on, eh? If you are in the chat, then thank you for the sub.
Thank you.
At least it changed the name up there where it says new follower.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really the best that you can do for now, audience. I mean, you can still wear a mask, I guess, if you go out. I don't think anyone would blame you for wearing a mask, but really, as long as you just keep good, safe, clean practices, showering every day.
Yeah, I think they said the best way to not get it is just wash your hands.
Yeah, super hygiene. Wash your hands before, after meals, before, after restroom,
No.
regularly if you're in contact with your fellow man. Just keep it clean.
Dang it.
Because a lot of people don't realize it, but pneumonia is still a really lethal thing. Like, pneumonia can still kill a person. And it's still very common. Because while coronavirus is running around, if you look at the deaths related to the flu every year, the flu and pneumonia every year, it's pretty high. For Haruhi's sake, people just wash your gosh darn hands.
Which Haruhi?
The germaphobe. It's a really good thing to be a germaphobe in this day and age. You know what I find interesting though? Like, you guys notice how so many of the movies from the 80s and shows from the 80s predicted a lot of how things are going on now. Like, the more things turn toward styles and stuff. If you look at like Harajuku streets fashion in Japan, for instance, it's some of the coolest street fashion in the world, in my opinion. But it still looks like older fashion from 80s shows and 90s shows, or even from older fighting games. I remember King from Tekken. He would be considered super stylish right now. But I think, you know how in so many of the old cyberpunk stories or stuff, how everyone has those masks on, gas masks or the surgical masks that have different customizations, lights and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if that's became more normal, because if you were to go out during a time like right now where, there's a virus out there everyone's worried about, if you see people with masks on, it wouldn't strike me as odd. I would see that person as being, functionally cautious and understandable. So imagine if say there was like the possibility of that, like if the whole situation with the coronavirus was something that became more the norm, then people might actually start like wearing masks all the time. And if you're wearing them all the time, why not get custom ones and comfortable ones and ones that you can like make designs for and turn it into a fashion thing? How stylish your gas mask is today. It could be like Code Vein out there. I mean, in Code Vein, they're worried about the miasma. So what if that became like the real deal in the world? Or maybe it would be like as people start being less physically active because they're more active digitally, like via VR or the internet, stuff like that. As time goes on, people start getting 3D printers and stuff, additive manufacture. There's less reason ordering everything online, working from home. There's less reason to get up and get out of the house. People become less active, and asthma becomes a rampant thing in the future. Maybe masks would help with that. Like they could keep the air clean for you, and maybe administer rebreather stuff. I bet they are, Gray. They're I think they've sold out around here in most of the areas too. Luckily, if it gets too bad, Sasha and I have got a couple of industrial style respirators we use for working on cosplay. They got charcoal filters.
You're actually fairly comfortable to wear for a long time. Oops.
If you get a good respirator, like the surgical masks, the ones you wear, like the basic paper ones with the little nose pincher on top, those are a pain to wear because there's not much room in them and they don't have much ventilation. But if you get an actual real good respirator, you could wear it all day and hardly even notice it's there. You guys see Milo's face? He does this. He's asleep. He's sleeping with one eye open.
No, I think he woke up.
Oh, now he's up.
He woke up. He heard me moving stuff. Hey. Oh.
I've actually gotten really close to touching his pupil before, Dave. I don't want to actually touch it, but when he sleeps with one eye open, I'll get really close just to test him, and it'll be like he does not do anything. Hey, Connor, what's going on?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's awesome of you to take in that catty, take in that kitty and give her a helping hand. Yeah, if she's got fleas and worms, she's gonna need a lot of TLC. So I'm glad she found you.
Oh, and thank you for the kind words.
It can be rough on cats, dogs, any animal when they get fleas and worms really bad. We found a couple that actually had fleas and worms so bad that they almost killed them. On a kitten especially, a case of fleas can definitely be fatal. They can give them anemia and do all sorts of horrible things.
Yeah, all 5 of the guys, the kittens that we took in, Stubby and Portia were a couple of them. Stubby in the background there, they all had them so bad that it was sort of touch and go for a while, because there's not a whole lot you can do when they're that young. What? Everybody's talking and not looking at Milo.
He's like, if you're up enough to talk, then you can pet the Milo. But yeah, that's awesome of you, Connor. Oh, most of the videos you see on Respirator on YouTube are about the virus.
Yeah.
Rubs the monitor. It's actually really crazy. I'm pretty sure you guys all know, but like, it's. I don't think it's nearly as bad as the plague, by any means. It is kind of crazy though that in every 100 years, at the 20th year, for the past 200 years, there has been a plague or a sickness.
Hmm. Oh. It was not clean.
All the coincidences around that Wuhan that Wuhan Medical Center with the umbrella icon as their logo, and how the coronavirus that everyone's been saying, like, you know, it's a, I can't remember the term for it, but when it has all the same letters of another word,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember, but they're saying, you know, you can take
Palindrome?
corona.
Like if it's backwards and forwards the same? Or...
No, palindrome is, yeah, backwards and forwards the same, but if it has the same letters but mixed up.
Oh, I don't know.
But yeah, they're trying to say that it's, oh, raccoon, because corona says raccoon, but it's not raccoon spelled correctly. There's missing a C.
Mm-hmm.
I think all the memes around that, though, are funny. You wasted your money. A good vintage Plague Doctor outfit is never a waste of money, audience. You know this.
So styling?
Anagram, that's it. I was like, I know it begins with the letter A, and I can't remember what it is. But yeah, everyone's going back and forth like, oh my god, their umbrella is there. And if you actually take, apparently if you take the name of the company in Chinese and put it through Google Translate, which is the ultimate resource for translation, and perfect by all means, it does apparently translate into umbrella or something similar. So it's like got the gaming rumors going all over the place. Now, one thing I really do think is crazy though is how the Simpsons predicted this like 17 years ago.
Symptoms.
Symptoms?
Symptoms? The Simpsons is scary.
The Simpsons predict everything though. They haven't predicted the end of the world yet though, I don't think. So as long as that doesn't happen, I think we're all good.
Yeah.
It's the end of days, and I know it to be true because Google told me so. Simpsons used Google Translate to figure it out well before Google was founded. Matt Groening just had that. He had access to all that. Apocalypse Coon is coming. As
long as it's Kun, at least we're on equal standing.
Hey, no worries, Dave. I'm the one who read it. Isn't there an Apocalypse Chan though? I know there's you know how they're making an anime girl for every concept, right? Like Earth Chan and Black Hole Chan, Stadia Chan, PS4 Chan. The funny thing though, Dave, is if it had been, instead of the uwu, if it had been the umu, you know, the thing that Ainz Ulgaon does all the time in Overlord, man. The funny thing is that if you guys read if you read the light novel for Overlord, he does that like all the time. Whenever he doesn't, instead of saying or making some kind of noise like that, he just goes moo, moo. No, it's just umu, umu.
It's like supposed to be like a cute angry sound.
Overlord starts off a little bit slow, but It actually really picks up when he starts doing all the twisted stuff because he's not a hero, Dave. I mean, he's the main character, but
Oops.
Einzelgaun is definitely not a hero. And if you read in the books, he does some amazingly horrible stuff. And I love a good villain story. Honestly, I prefer my villains over my heroes because I usually find that villains are far well written, or far better written. My bad. What do you guys think of like when there's a story that involves the villain as a completely or as a completely filled out character? Like they spend as much time on the villain as they do the hero. I love those. Like Breath of Fire 4 as a game was amazing because you not only played as Ryu as he went through the game, making friends and going about his business, but you played as Fulu, who ended up having to do everything. He was the villain, but you played as him throughout the entire game. He starts off OP because he's a god, but he's completely alone the entire game, and he's been forsaken by his people that worshipped him as a god. They try to kill him, and so you get to actually see what built Fulu into a villain. So it all culminates together, and like you're playing through his shoes as well as Ryu's, and then when they meet up at the end, you're faced with this villain that you're very familiar with because you've played as him the entire game. You're very familiar with his moves, how he behaves, the way what he's been thinking, what he's been through. I love those kind of things when the writers put that much time and effort into the villain. I think the first time I was introduced to a really compelling story where you were very familiar with the villain was Legacy of Kain. Because you plays the whole first game as Kain, who ends up being the series' ultimate villain. I really wish they wouldn't have hotboxed Legacy of Kain. That made me sad. Are her horns? They just come up straight into like triangles, right?
Mm-hmm. They got some wonky bits at the top.
Wonky bits.
Don't know. Do a bit of this and that.
She's got like shovels up there.
Something like that. I don't know what that shape is.
Princess Shovel Crown.
Mm.
Yeah, I always saw her as the shield, whereas Teo is the sword. Or I guess if you look more at his head, can you imagine a hammer if it was Teo's head?
That'd be cool.
Like how how they have the Rathalos hammer, how it's his head. If they did that with Teo, I think that would be pretty awesome. And I could see a lance, a gun lance, or a charge blade where the shield looked like her face. Kind of
Really
like
cool.
the lion shield that Reinhardt has in Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're very right there, Gray. Even though she has the shield, she's way more aggressive than Teo.
Oh yeah. Teo's just chill. He's not that hard. I see a fight with Teo, and she's like, yeah, cool, we get to go hang out with the fire kitty. Fight Luna, like, no thanks. She gonna wreck me.
Oh, I feel you, Dave. But hey, if you gotta get some sleep for work, then you gotta get some sleep for work.
Yep, gotta take care of yourself.
Because you gotta take care of those animals. Sleep is for the waves. I was gonna say, that's us. We are the sleep needers. I miss when I could get away with just like 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. Those were the days.
Yeah, man, I hated sleep when I was younger, and I don't know what was wrong with me. Well, the colors look really different on the monitor.
So when you go do the shading for the hair, do you just go back with like a darker blue or a black and just draw in lines, or?
Yeah, something like that. I think I'm gonna come in from on top with maybe some highlights. Yeah. Hey, boy.
The funny thing about being an otaku or a geek, a nerd, all that stuff, weeb, anything, I remember back like in the late 90s, early 2000s when it was so, I don't know, socially not acceptable for that, and now it's like largely becoming the norm. The nerds are slowly taking over. It went from like all the biggest models in the world were like Sports Illustrated and Vogue and everything. Now they're like cosplayers and people wearing like rocking superhero costumes, anime get-ups. Instagram is just like packed with awesome cosplay. And anyone can do it too. You don't have to be super skinny. You don't have to be anorexic. You don't have to be killing yourself for your diet or anything. You can cosplay and you can make it. You can be happy as a cosplayer and still be considered a model. It's fantastic. We're living in good geeky times. It's too bad it's not great political times, but geeky times were great.
She got weird.
Hey, Morty, what's going on? So, our thoughts on the new gacha game. That's actually, I'm glad you brought that up. We hadn't spoken on Monster Hunter Riders yet.
Oh, good.
I like the way it looks, honestly. It looks like they pretty much took Monster Hunter Stories and turned it into a mobile game. By the way, if you guys haven't played Monster Hunter Stories and you want to play like Monster Hunter in an RPG setting, it's a really great game. But I like the way it looks. I'm really curious to see what the gacha microtransactions are like. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about right now, Maury. We lost the fight in the past, but we won the war. Weebs rule. That's very true, Gray. We got it. We really like that idea too, Maury. The whole idea of the humans and the monsters coexisting. It's a really cool idea. I remember back when we used to play the older Monster Hunters, one of the things we always talked about that would be cool is if you could somehow get like an egg of a monster, because you know the egg, the quest where you got to go fetch the eggs. If you could go fetch eggs from the monsters and then raise the monsters, kind of like Monster Rancher or I guess Pokemon, and if there were like ways you could train them certain ways and then maybe help bring them along to help you fight, or if you could even have like a player versus player battle mode where you could fight your monsters against one another, and depending on how you've trained them, they could be different. That is a good question, audience, because with the nerdiness being mainstream, once something becomes mainstream, as we all know, industry is going to follow. And industry's already been kind of dipping its hands into the pies. Everyone's going to want to monetize everything, and it is going to kind of change the definition of nerdiness. As long as folks stay nice to each other and treat each other right, though, I'm willing to stick around and see where it all goes. It's just the only thing I worry about is people getting ugly over, or gatekeeping. Like, you know, if you want to cosplay this person, you have to have this physique or this skin color, this gender, all that crap. You know, accuracy. When it comes to cosplay, accuracy is like, it's one thing. I think it's fine as long as the character is identifiable. Doesn't matter if you're the same gender, same color, you know, any of that. As long as you have a love for the character and it's obvious in your cosplay, then I think that's the best thing. Yeah, it's definitely changed. The face of nerdiness itself has definitely changed already, Dave. Yeah, cosplay shaming is unacceptable to me. I think cosplay is I think it's one of the things that makes it so awesome is because it's a way of bringing out your passion and showing it to the world. And like I said earlier, it doesn't matter if you're overweight or if you're not considered ideal in a physical sense or from a gender point of view, you know, for that character, or for like modeling. You know, modeling was like, to be a model, the rules were you had to pretty much kill yourself on your diet, be a stick figure, probably living a pretty unhealthy life, and going to other breaking limits that are unhealthy to maintain that position. And it was still age defined. Like, as you got closer to 30, it was kind of like boxing. The closer you got to 30, the less value you have as a model. I always hated that industry. But now, someone who's even 40 or 50, 60, I don't care. There's cosplayers out there that are like 70 cosplaying, what's her face from Courage the Cowardly Dog and her husband.
Oh, Eustace.
Yeah, Eustace and Maud. I should remember her name. I grew up with them. But, you know, I've seen older folks just cosplaying as that, and it's awesome. So like, it really doesn't matter. You could show your passion to the world and be considered a cosplayer and a model.
I like that name.
And you can be proud of that. Your body's not safe for human consumption. Nah, Dave, you find the right character. Muriel, that's it. Great.
Muriel, that's right.
Where was I thinking Maud from? Maud. I think that's something more. I'm thinking something more recent. But yeah, it doesn't matter who you are. You can get out there and you can cosplay, have fun with it. And I mean, if your passion is out there, you could even make a career from it. Mod Nation Racers. I was thinking more like MAUD, like Maud, that really kind of an older lady's name.
Yeah, I've heard that name before.
What did I... There's a mod somewhere, and I can't... It'll come to me at some point. With cosplay, though, I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. As long as you're having fun with it, then you can get out there. And it takes a lot of courage. Like, we're speaking from recent experience. Like, it takes a lot of courage to actually put your pictures out there and you're basically giving yourself to the internet to be judged. But
I mean, I thought people were going to just tear me to pieces. Oops.
From our experience, it's been great. I expected a lot more trolls, a lot more, I don't know, a lot more negative comments, but it's been great.
I think the worst I got was just people unsure if I was a chick or not, which is fine. They weren't trying to be mean. They just didn't know.
Rags, anyone can be cool enough, bro. And it's not even a matter about being cool. It's like being super geeky.
You just gotta have the courage. Not that I do, but did it anyway.
Are we talking about the dog?
Huh?
I'll take
No?
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, I'll take him in. Eustace is not very nice to him. Mm-hmm. And we're done. I don't know what to do.
She's blue, abba-dee-abba-die. There you go, Rags. You could always try cosplaying as Return the Slab. Actually, I saw a cosplay of him that was actually really good. It's been a while, but... Yeah, I agree with the audience there. If you want to cosplay, and believe me, if you're actually into crafting stuff or being creative, if you get into cosplay, you like have to learn so many things. Like it's sewing, it's working with the foam, it's depending on how crazy you want to get with it, it's electronics. If you're working with LEDs, Arduino, Raspberry Pis, coding the hardware for that, working with leather, all sorts of different fabrics. Might be working with like faux fur, all sorts of stuff. Like so much goes into it. 3D printing, clay sculpting, molding and casting, like all those things can help you with that.
Sewing?
I think I said sewing first because it's the most intimidating.
Yes. Who's sewing? I'll go with that. It looks fluffy.
Hey, audio, what's going on?
Oh, hello.
Oh, you wanted to cosplay as Blitztalker? That would actually be a really interesting one. I don't think I've actually seen anyone do Blitztalker. I'd have to look that up. Blitztalker cosplay.
Who's Blitztalker?
1 sec. You'll probably recognize him when I bring him up.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, I don't think you actually watched this one.
I didn't.
He's got a really, really cool coat, and he does have a nice beard. You know what, though? Dave, if you could do Blitztalker, I bet you could also flip that over and do Klaus.
Oh, yeah, he does look like a human Klaus.
Yeah, do Klaus from Blood Blockade. They're actually really similar. Like, it could be almost like you have the coat on and maybe change your hair up a bit for Blitztalker, and then you take it off. And then, boom, you put in some fangs and take off. Well, actually, Klaus had the glasses too. Mm-hmm. They're actually really, really similar. You could probably work out like a double without adding too many or changing too many cosplay elements. I wish I could do Klaus. I would love to do Klaus. He's one of my favorite designs in anime. But he's incredibly tall. I'm not. He's very well built. I'm not. He has facial hair. I can't grow it. And while I know I just went on a rant about accuracy for characters, if I'm doing a character specifically, I try to be as accurate as possible, but if I have a lot of respect for a character like Klaus, I would want to do him right.
You certainly don't have to work out for cosplay, but I use it as a lot of my motivation.
Oh, if you're 6'4", then yeah, you're right up Klaus's alley. I think he's like, what? I think he's 6'5". He might even be smaller. Yes, I am gatekeeping my... I'll be mini Klaus. Or you know what? Tell you what, maybe I can get some of those fake silicone boobs that you can get, and I will gender bend Klaus. But not. We just won't tell anyone.
What?
You know, like there's that Mai Shiranui. The dude plays like
Oh,
one of the
yeah,
most attractive Mai Shiranuis on the internet is
Yeah, he's really
actually
good.
a dude.
I've seen him. There's that video of him like completely destructing his cosplay.
Yeah, when he comes home after the cosplay,
like,
he
man,
comes over.
I feel that now.
It's like you see Mike walk in, and all of a sudden he starts pulling off the top, and it's like, wait, what's going on here? And all of a sudden he pulls off the boobs, he pulls off everything, and it's like, oh, it's a guy. Dave, as far as figuring out where to start, I would say figure out whatever you think would be the most expensive or most difficult part of the costume. Focus on just that one part and start working on a plan to make that one part to get it knocked out of the way. And you'll see if it starts coming together.
Cosplay, or you don't know where to start on the fitness? Oh, you can look up YouTube videos and you can do stuff without any kind of equipment.
Oh, in shape. Yeah, I don't know where to start there either. I'm still fat.
If you do like Tabata, you can do all that kind of stuff without equipment. I mean, as far as getting like really big muscles, probably it's better to weightlift, but if you're just trying to slim down, Tabata's pretty good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on, Dave. Tabata is one of those things that's it's like they give you like 3 or 4 minutes of non-stop workouts. It's 20-second reps, 20 to 30-second reps. And if you can bring it up on YouTube for free, that's what I'm doing. Even at beginner level, that stuff will wring you out like a rag in like 10, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it wrecks me and it takes a lot.
And then they do have programs where it starts off, it's Tabata, Tabata, Tabata. It's a type of, I believe it originated in China and Korea. Yeah, that's it. And if you look those up, they basically are made to get you the best heart beats per minute and the best workout that you can within a short amount of time, because Tabata is meant to be done in short intervals, because a busy working schedule leaves very little time for working out, and it kind of helps. Like, you can do this during lunch, or I wouldn't recommend lunch, you go back to work sweaty, but you can do it real fast. Oh yeah, it's not really Taibo. I remember Taibo though. Taibo wasn't bad.
I've never done Taibo. I've been working on what do you call them? Handstands to do inverted push-ups. I'm so pumped. I've never done a handstand in my life.
Yeah, audience has got the right of it. If you can, I mean, I'm still working on this myself, but just doing a little bit a day, because right now, like I said, the cold really kills my heart. So right now I've been working on one day, if it's cold, I'll try to stay in and do some Tabata. And if it's not that cold, then I'll go out and take a long walk with Sash, because the recent research has actually showed that long walks are actually really kind of better than short runs for helping you lose weight, because it's a more consistent rate, or more consistent and stable way to raise your heart rate.
Yeah, I think the sustaining a lower heart rate over a long period of time is better than a high heart rate for a short amount of time. But if you don't have time for a long walk, then running's better. It all depends on what you prefer to do.
Yeah, if you've got the time, I'd say do a walk. If you got no time, then let Tabata tear you up.
And I don't think there's really any workout that's bad. The best way to do it is just do something different all the time. Keep it interesting. Do some biking sometimes, some running, some Tabata, some weightlifting, get a resistance band, play around with that, jump rope, punching bag, whatever. There's a ton of stuff you can do without any equipment too.
That's what we have to do sometimes. See, the thing with me is I'm really bad at motivating myself to actually do something. Now, if I have someone that is bossing me around, growing up with a military family, I'm much better working with that. If I can
Oh,
throw it
yeah.
on
Me
YouTube
too.
and then like this dude is like yelling at me to get working and doing stuff and he tells me exactly what to do,
Hmm.
that's nice and easy. I'll just do that.
Yeah, I'm absolute garbage at coming up with something to do myself. If somebody will just tell me to do something for an hour, like, okay, that's great.
I try to get Sash to push me, but she's not really a pushy kind of person.
Yeah, I'm like, do 20 push-ups if you want.
Get a whip. The funny thing is, if any of our friends saw a whip around, they wouldn't even question it. They'd be like, what is that, cosplay stuff? Yep, that's cosplay stuff. Mm-hmm.
Cosplay covers anything. Like, oh, we have a creepy boar mask for cosplay. Although it literally is, but I mean.
If anyone that didn't know about our cosplay saw that boar mask, though, they would probably wonder, like, do you guys rob banks?
Yeah, it's kind of freakish.
Because it is kind of like a serial killer mask.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's a little scary.
Have a whole bank robber's outfit, like Payday, in your house, and then when someone asks about it, that's just cosplay.
It's just cosplay. You know.
Go rob a bank in cosplay. So the Capital One today was completely robbed today by can you pronounce this name, Betty? It's Inosuke? Inosuke from
Inosuke.
Is this from one of those adult cartoons?
It's just like one of my Japanese anime.
That would be hilarious though, to see someone actually walk into a bank as Inosuke and rob the place.
Man, what if you gotta like go to your bank before you go to the con? Probably everyone just having a tiny panic attack. I just need to withdraw some stuff from my account, please.
Can you imagine while he's trying to rob the bank though, someone asks for an autograph?
Can I get a picture?
Can I get a picture with you? What's your Instagram? No, I'm robbing you. There's no Instagram. But it's really this.
Don't tell anybody.
A robber was caught today when they shared their Instagram to everyone on the bank floor. You're sure something like that would happen in Japan audio? You imagine the Inosuke leaves and it's like, if you guys would like any tutorials on how to make this mask, check out my YouTube. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and then leave. All right, Dave. Have a good night. Sleep well, man. We'll see you on the next stream.
And I have a good sleep. She feels like she's plotting.
She's plotting a bank robbery. Oh, did any of you guys watch the Oscars? Did you see Joaquin Phoenix's speech?
He makes me never want to put milk in my tea ever again. Although if you look at like non-abusive, I guess, like good milk farms, a lot of cows that are bred to produce milk produce way more than their baby needs, so they just take them away for a certain amount of time. But yeah, sometimes they are still jacked up.
Well, I really like and definitely agreed with what he had to say about if you have a platform where you have access to people, a lot of people, then you definitely need to bear the responsibility to use that platform to say something good, say something that's, going to help. Be responsible and say something, have a good message to put forth to the folks.
Hmm.
It's all over YouTube if you want to check it out, audience. It's a really, really inspiring speech. He had a lot of really good things to say. There's a lot of stuff though that I'm thinking he might have been a little bit worried about things he had to say, because I'm thinking he was worried about severing some ties or burning some bridges with his speech. So, because there was a lot of things he hesitated, you could tell he was having to fight himself to say them, because there's a lot of controversial stuff he said, because he was kind of hitting his fellow actors, actresses, and directors, producers, and the Academy pretty hard. So I think he was having a battle with himself on, seeming ungrateful to everyone, as well as, but also wanting to say what he felt needed to be said. Yeah, he's really, I think he's really aiming in the right direction, so. But I've always believed that if you have an audience, or if you have a platform at all, even if it's not a huge amount of people, like even, we don't have just a massive amount of people, but I still feel that if anyone is listening to you at all, then take the time to say something worth saying.
Yeah.
Be an advocate for, green energy, or animal advocacy, or children's welfare, cancer, something like that.
Yeah, there's a million things to choose from, and there's really no reason not to.
Ooh, I like what you're doing with her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
They look party, but piercing at the same time. So are you drawing? Is that like just her mane beneath?
This down here?
Yes.
It's her body, kind of.
It looks like there's something missing. Like, where are her shoulders?
I don't know.
Are
She's
you
just
actually
standing.
going for more like the? Yeah, it could be when she's like standing up, like if she's just standing with her paws
Sorry,
in front of her.
Yeah, like normally she stands with her arms really far out, but
Yeah, she's like almost always in an aggressive stance.
yeah, if she were just chilling though, like how Teo just kind of sits.
But the way the body's shaped, it reminds me kind of like the bodies in South Park. They look like a little pellet. It's like she's sitting on top of a blue egg.
Yep, that's Luna. Or maybe if I add some like shading in there somewhere, maybe.
You could do some
like
of the
body.
stripes or something, but I mean, I didn't know if you were just
scales.
going for more of a realistic thing, or if you were going for the cute thing like the Animal Crossing deal.
I kind of want to make her cute. Give her a little smile.
You could always throw in some little shiny stars around her face, some sparkles.
Put some hearts. Wait, I'm really bad at hearts. Can you draw a heart?
I'm pretty bad at it too. Is there like an icon or like a filter or something that automatically draws hearts?
I'm sure you can draw a heart better than that.
That's fine.
No.
That's fine.
So bad.
Hello, Milo. You have come to demand something? What are we here for? Are we here
Pets?
for pets? Pets? Okay.
Looks like it's pets. Maybe I can like.
Definitely, Gray. That's definitely how we feel. if there's going to be anyone listening to you, anyone at all, I mean, even if it's at the very end and it's not very much of it, just still reach out and have a good
Hello.
message.
Sir.
I think it's important that if you have the eyes and ears of a group of people, that you make it not entirely about you. You want to make sure that you involve them as much as possible and then involve a cause.
Let's rub it the tablet.
Always leave them with something good to think about. And now Milo has come over to assault the tablet with his face. What is it about, like, cats and phone cases or tablet cases, like the corners? They're just drawn to them naturally, and it's like, I am going to rub my cheek all over this.
Or I'm gonna bite it.
Yeah, they're gonna bite it. Like Porsche, she loves to chew on things. She loves to chew on the corners of phones and such. The Milo has returned. Look at that majestic stance.
Where's the light source? No, no.
All right, audience. Thank you so much for dropping in. It was a pleasure talking to you tonight, as always. Have fun on Rainbow Six.
Have a good one.
Hey, Stubby, you're awake. That means you get camera in your face. It seems like you've gotten used to this drawing program really quick.
I did use it for some sketching, but I've never colored with it. But I do like coloring with it. It's nice.
So it is nice to use? Well, that's good. You guys see how lazy Stubby's being? He's like up there, but he kind of wants to be down here. He does this all the time. He like tries to figure out. He's like, the front of me wants to go somewhere, but the back of me wants to stay here. Oh, looks like he got the back of him to agree with the front, so I guess he's gonna go somewhere. I wish we had one of those cameras that could be made to track faces, and we could like hone it in on one of the cats and it would follow him around. You see this? He's still doing it. He's just moved to the table now. The front of him is like, I want to go over there. But the back is like, nah, fam. We're staying on the table because it's warm. Because this is a Kotats, so this is actually a warm surface. And we are going to sleep on that surface. Yeah, his body does have two separate minds. There's the booty mind, and then there's the brainy mind. I think there's also a belly mind, but it's asleep right now. You see this? He took the spot that I set the camera on most of the time.
Now you gotta hold it. Like the corner is right in front of Stubby's face. There's no room.
I wonder if I could, like, possibly scoot him back just a little bit.
You could try.
I don't know if he'll go for it. This is a risky maneuver. I'll act like I'm petting him, but pet him with just enough force to nudge him back a little bit with each pet. Yes. To buy valuable real estate for the camera. There we go. Perfect. Now I can set it here. Huzzah! Victory! So, Gray, are you at work today, or you just hanging out? So what color are you gonna color her teeth? They're like the same color as her eyes.
And they're kind of yellow. I might make them a little more ivory looking.
I mean, you can pull
Girl.
the yellow color can actually look really good if you add enough gray or dark or gray or black into it for shading. What's got your attention, Stubby? Uh-oh. I'm breaking the camera.
Okay.
It's super close-up time for the kitty sleeping. Hope we don't end up distracting you too much while you're at work, Gray.
Hopefully not.
At least with a stream like this, it's not like with a gaming stream where you might want to pay closer attention. On an art stream, you can kind of just go back and forth listening. Come back and check progress now and then.
Yeah, it's probably more interesting that way. I'm not the fastest drawer.
Alrighty, Gray. Have a good lunch, man. Thanks for dropping in. We'll see you on the next stream, bro.
Have a good food.
Yes, have a good food. Oh, dang. Gray, you actually mentioned food like early on when you came in, so you've been holding it back for a while, so yeah, definitely eat. Oh, welcome back, Ned. No worries.
Hello, hello.
Did you get another nap, maybe? I remember you mentioned you were tired. I don't know if you've seen this, but I don't even need a story to go see this movie. I'll be there opening day.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the producers of Kill Bill.
Yeah.
It's
Isn't that
a Pirates of the Caribbean style thing with
That's a
Jackie
dragon.
Chan versus Arnold Schwarzenegger.
that's a
Um,
dragon?
That's a dragon, but that's also Jackie Chan, and that's Arnold Schwarzenegger as a pirate. This is a movie that has to be seen.
Wasn't I mean it's not the producer, but wasn't Kill Bill Quentin Tarantino?
Mm-hmm.
So is he involved?
No, the producer. I don't see Quentin. It doesn't look like Quentin Tarantino's kind of thing.
Hmm.
Hey, Bappo, what's going on? Oh, Ned, it might not be your...
Thank you,
Oh, you're
Ned.
on Twitch, actually. Twitch should be okay.
Hmm.
That's weird. I'm hoping it's not something with our setup that's been causing that lately.
Just a little bit.
So let's see here. But yeah, Jackie Chan versus Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's day one. Gotta go see it.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Let's see. I need to grab a Cooper.
So... Oh, you're still doing the shading on the chin?
I think I'm called there. Let's see. So we need a teeth color.
Does she have, like, any stripes or anything on her ears? Can you even see? Or her ears?
I don't know.
Aw, Stubby fixed it. That face he was making was pretty funny. He looks like he's ready to fall into that good nap, but he's not sure. I'm probably bugging him. Look at that. His neck has disappeared. He's grabbing the camera. He's like, let's just take this and table flip it. Then boom, suddenly the stream becomes face reveal.
Yeah, please don't, bud. I'm still in workout clothes from earlier. That's not okay.
He's just kind of taking in the light now. It's like, ah, yes. Fluorescent lighting.
Lull you into a false sense of security so you'll let go of the camera.
And then I'll flip it. I mean, he's like right under the camera. Like, if I turn the camera down, it's just his fur.
Guess we need to check push it into the chair or something.
Well, the cat cam is just going to be the top of his head for right now.
Ear cam.
Ear cam. It's so high def you can see all of his fur and watch it twitch.
I need a sharper brush.
Oh no, it didn't save, Ned?
No.
Sash feels your pain there. We've been down that way.
Oh man. Yeah, that's the worst.
Hey, Spectrum, what's going on? We like eggs too.
Are they delicious? So full of protein.
Eggs and cheese. Or a good egg sandwich. Eggs and ham. Eggs Benedict.
Eggs and ramen. Man, you can make some regular cup ramen pretty awesome with some eggs.
Oh, so you lost your layer work then? Yeah, Sasha's dealing with that right now because all the pictures that she did before were in Krita. So since she's on the Apple now, she can't bring up those files because she doesn't have access to the layers.
Like, I can load the JPEG, but no layers.
Hey, Popo, you switched over to Twitch.
Hey!
That's good though because the chatting what is it, the
Latency?
yes, the latency is way better on Twitch.
Yeah.
Prefer it on Twitch because it's more like a one-to-one conversation.
Mm.
You're not waiting 20 seconds to hear whatever we're saying.
Or for us to even see that there's a message.
Is that a Tengu, Rags?
Looks like it.
Those are Tengu masks. They have those on YouTube? And here I was thinking that YouTube had no good emotes. Emojis.
I think if you're on the phone, you can use whatever you got in your phone.
Really?
Your emoji board. I think so.
It probably varies a lot depending on what phone you have. Android,
Maybe.
you can probably use anything on anything. Oh yeah, Rag said those are from his phone.
Mm. I don't know why some of this music's giving me like really strong 13 vibes.
Oh yeah, but Ned just proved it because she's got the same one over on Twitch.
Oh, yep.
I have to check my phone then. I must have these emotes.
Yep, you could probably throw one in the chat if you want.
Oh, I like that one, Bopo. Little guy holding up the sign with the heart on it.
Oh, that's cute.
I think it'd be really cool if it ever gets to the point of have you guys seen the Google contact lenses? The ones that can actually superimpose augmented reality images into your eyesight. They basically do everything the Google Glass can do, but they're contact lenses. I could totally see if those... Oh, hey, Milo, what's going on, bud? Are you demanding food? No. Nope, Milo's just saying hi to you guys. But can you imagine if everyone had those contacts in? And you could actually, like, do emojis and stuff in the air? Kind of like Hartman from
Yeah.
Death Stranding. You know when he does the thumbs up, how it does the little...
That'd be awesome.
You could make your own little emotes, your own little graphics to go around yourself, kind of like in a Psychopass.
What if somebody wants to, like, be a troll or something and spam them on the subway or something?
Well, the thing with that would be is, you know, trolls get away with what they do because of anonymity. If you're kind of there in real life trolling real people, I don't think it would be very acceptable. You'd probably have to be ready to deal with some consequences.
People would just wreck them.
Everyone says hello to you, Milo.
Oh, in that case, I'm leaving.
He left to go over to his food bowl. Right there.
Walking potato. There he goes.
Why are you gonna just lay on the floor back there? Isn't it cold? He's like, well, Stubby's up there hogging the table. Yeah, we're talking about you, buddy. Good stretch? Good stretch. I don't trust you with your paws underneath the camera.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Rag says we should wear the Google pants. One fart and you can find the nearest Burger King.
It uses, like, biometrics somehow to figure out what you want to eat.
It figures out, yeah, biometrics to figure out what your diet is, and it's like, oh, you must want
You
more
need
Burger
this.
King. Let the heat in these pants guide you. Follow where the heat goes. I feel a little heat in my right thigh. Burger King's that way, to the east. Yes, this is Stubby, Bopo. This right here is Stubby.
Because he got his stubby tail.
Yeah, you can see when we rescued him, he had the end of his tail was gone, so. But we also have Milo, who is that big gentleman around the corner, who is just feet and a tail right now.
I think that's all it's... Yeah, just those two in here right now.
Yeah, for right now, it's just those two. We've got 7 rescues in total, so.
Where's my opacity?
Thank you, Bopo.
Oh.
Your Wi-Fi isn't doing that good, Ned? Usually it's the other way around. Usually with me, it's my mobile data sucks, and then when I switch over to Wi-Fi, it works. Speaking of lag, it almost seems like my avatar is lagging a little. Oh, no, maybe not.
Oh, they're actually the right ones now.
Oh, I like what you're doing with the body.
Oh, really? I was trying to cover it up a little bit because it's looking janky.
It's a bunch of bubbly scales with some... Oh, Milo's on the move again. Uh-oh, watch out, he's right behind you.
Uh-oh.
He might give you that claw to the nape of the neck. Feed me, Seymour.
My watch keeps telling me to walk. I can't.
Hey Ned, have you tried maybe putting your phone into airplane mode and take it back out again? I've heard that's helped out a couple of other viewers that were having some lag issues. You guys see Stubby's face?
He was a little shook. Oh, hello. Milo just yelling in my ear.
I don't think even Stubby knew what he was looking at. Look at that. He looks... Oh, he's okay now, but he looks so worried when he just kind of glances somewhere. He just has this face of natural shock. Hey, Nova, how's it going? You doing all right tonight?
Hello, hello.
Good to see you. We're here with the ultra close cam for the cats.
It looks so majestic, that framing.
But he's gonna stretch out here in a second and ruin it.
Oh, Milo's coming for me.
What is up, Milo? I just gave you some noms a little while ago. Stubby's half face on there looks like one of those like horror film things where they shoot someone's face like half off the camera.
Oh, that's not what I want.
Stubby loves the camera though. Whenever we do like an unboxing or anything, he's the first one to come up to the table.
Yeah, he loves to do the unboxings.
He just likes that attention. Oh no, he left. Alright, I guess we'll aim it at their chair until someone comes to the chair. Oh, we're doing good, Nova. And yes, the new variants are looking really cool. I was kind of worried we might get something like Jade Baroth or Verdant Nargacuga, but they're giving us some real meta mixers, I think. Raging and Furious are going to be a whole lot of punching, a whole lot of explosions, a whole lot of energy beams, and a whole lot of karting.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I was really hoping for Lucent, though. Lucent Narga.
I think Lucent Nargacuga could definitely mix up the meta, Because he was one of the endgame monsters when he was available.
Yeah,
He's
I always
nasty.
really liked his gear.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ned. I know how that feels.
Oh.
I've had a few of those like really cool LED gaming lamps and other style lamps like lava lamps. I'm a geek. I really like lamps that have fluid in them or are really tall or really colorful or really interesting, but they don't tend to last long because I like to leave them on so I can look at them forever, but then they die. The good thing about liking geeky lamps, though, that not many people seem to like, is they go on clearance. And you can get them real cheap. So, like, I really like this lamp, and I know it's going to die, so I'll have two. Because they're down to, like, 90% off.
Oops.
Was it one of the floor lamps that just, like, a bulb on the top or, like, a disc at the top? You know, there was a type of lamp that I wanted as a kid, but I never actually got because by the time I could pay for my own stuff, it was no longer available. Those, any of you remember seeing those really tall bubble lamps? Like it's like a cylinder from the ground to they were like 4 feet tall, had water in it and all these colored lights in the bottom, and just it was like a fish, like an aquarium filter, just produced all sorts of bubbles and shot light up it. Just a big cylinder of water.
I don't know if I ever saw one of those.
I always wanted one, but I never got one.
When I was a kid, I always used to really like those fake fish tanks.
The ones with the actual fake fish in them? Those were really cool. Kind of like a miniature version of that one at the Hen Hotel.
Yeah. Man, those were really cool koi.
Lava lamps are really cool as well, Rags. This one, though, that I'm thinking about was like 4 feet tall, 4 or 5 feet tall, but it was just water and had really powerful colored LEDs in the bottom that shot up into the water, and it just fed water bubbles all the way up the lamp. I don't think lava lamps will ever completely go out of style, because ever since they were invented, there's always been a store that sold them. Yeah, they're mesmerizing to watch.
Yeah, they're really common.
Yeah, you can get them online on Amazon still. You can get them if you go to a mall. You can get them at Spencer's still. If Spencer's is still around, when was the last time I was in a mall?
Yeah, man, I don't know.
I think it was the last time we went to go get my glasses.
Whoa. Was it really that long ago?
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 years ago.
What? Oh my god.
Do we still have malls out there? Like, do they still exist?
I think they do.
No, we did go to a mall. We went to North Park to go watch anime movies.
That's right. We went to go see Pomare.
Yeah, when we went to see Promare. Was it Promare? Promare? The premiere of Promare.
I don't know.
But we didn't even look at the mall mostly. We just walked through it. I got a fattening pretzel on the way. And then we went to the movie.
Did I get a coffee? I don't remember. I think I did.
Did you get a coffee?
I got a coffee.
You got a coffee?
I got a coffee.
Did you get a coffee?
Yeah.
Ooh, the lava lamp shattered?
Ooh, no.
That must have been a real pain to clean up. Is it, Nova?
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Glad you approve, Fox. Fox really liked the cute Luna.
Yay. Her smile went away. What happened?
Her smile became fangs.
Somehow I deleted it. I'll have to make that narrower. That's way too thick.
Last time Rags went to a mall, Abraham Lincoln was still alive. I remember last time I went into Spencer's, the entire backside of the store is really just kind of adult. Definitely don't want to let uh, anyone too young go back there.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was getting into when I walked in one of those.
The front wasn't too family friendly either, though.
Well, we walked in and it was like a bunch of hats. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
hats.
Spencer's
Oh,
is like
this is
the
not a
number
hat.
one hat capital
Hmm.
of any mall.
Mm.
A lava lamp with like a cooler blue hue and a bunch of planet-looking floaters in it would probably be pretty cool.
Oops.
Oh, your birthday's coming up, Fox? How long we got? We actually like to do birthday requests here, so if there's anything you'd like to request for your birthday to be drawn, we can definitely look at doing it for you.
For sure.
And yeah, if you want to get a lava lamp, that sounds like a pretty sweet self-birthday present. And then you woke up, Ragna? Said the last time he went to a mall, he met Tetsuya Nomura and he shared a bunch of heart tips with him.
What mall are you going to?
Yeah, you going to a mall with Tetsuya Nomura? We gonna be at that mall.
He's my favorite.
Oh, your birthday's coming up too, huh, Buppo? Nice. February's got a lot of birthdays in it.
I don't know what all these lines are about.
Oh, Nova, those I know the ones you're talking. I actually wanted to get a set of those. They're like speakers with water in them, and they do different music and the water shoots with the beats. So
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
I've had a bunch of friends get those, and they're really cool for a while. But then after a while, like every single pair of those speakers I saw, eventually, I would come over and they would no longer be working. They'd be all dried up and not working anymore. So I don't know if they're like.
They're weak.
Maybe they're prone to defect or to defect. No, they're going to go join another country. They're prone to defect. So I wanted to try them though. I can't imagine that the sound is very good though, and I'm a bit of an audiophile. If I don't have really good audio, I get kind of mad.
Need that good audio.
If only, Rags, if only. I think that's the dream we had together. We shared that dream. Where Tetsuya Nomura talks about kitty bit games.
Oh my god. That would be a dream come true.
Can you imagine, though, if Tetsuya Nomura were to
What
even mention our channel? It would get out of control.
Yeah, maybe that would be unfortunate. But
I wouldn't know how to talk to thousands of people.
where did my color wheel go? This is. Wait, what's this? I mean, this will work.
Fox dreamt about wolves last night.
Ooh. Wolves are cool. And so important for the environment.
Wolves are highly underappreciated, but so are foxes.
Foxes are great too. I love that they're so cat-like.
Oh yeah, Sash did do Fate for Ned's birthday.
Yeah. That one was fun. I don't think I've ever drawn anything quite like that.
So yeah, Fox, even if you've got like, it doesn't have to be something that exists already or exists in mainstream media. If you've got an OC anything like that. That's what we did for Ned. It was
Yeah,
it was one of her original characters. So
I think the only thing we don't do is like cartoon characters meant for really young children, just because of the Copa thing. But
yeah, because of the unfortunate Kappa thing, we can't really do like Penny the Penguin or Petty the Penguin or anything like from really definitely for kids shows. Anything like that would probably that or really super violent stuff. But
yeah, I'm not too good with blood either.
you don't strike me as the type who would care to ask for that kind of stuff though either. Fox, you seem like you have some good taste. So
Yeah, but yeah, like anything short of that, I'm happy to do. We've done like some. Trying to think what, like not anime characters or Monster Hunter stuff.
does it almost seem like Luna is in a pair of pajamas?
Sure.
It looks to me like a pair of pajamas.
She's just like super zoomed in Animal Crossing character. It's one of their weird pattern shirts or something. Looks like a school photo or something.
Sweet, Fox. If you think of anything, even though we're not streaming, the art requests section on the Discord, just feel free to throw it in there, and at Sasha or myself, either one of us. That way we see it.
I'm usually pretty good about checking it, but sometimes I miss stuff.
I'm pretty good about checking it, but yeah, checking all the channels is another thing. That is a really good idea, Bopa. We have not done that. And
brilliant.
that sounds like it would definitely be up Sasha's alley.
Yeah, I love Monster Hunter stuff, love the Palicos.
Have you guys seen the Grand Meowster Chef's? That's Milo scratching behind us. Have you guys seen the Grand Meowster's cosplay? The Capcom costume that they carry to the different events?
It's perfect. Like, absolutely flawless.
Sasha loves drawing opie.
Nope. I really am very bad at them.
No pie.
No pie.
No pie. Wait, I love pie. Pumpkin pie?
Yeah, pumpkin pie's good.
No pie like pumpkin pie.
It's not like I think boobs are a bad thing. I'm just not very good at drawing them.
What was that? We actually saw a really funny, really easy tutorial on how to draw them. Didn't they just take like a couple of circles? Like they did the circle tool, did a couple next to each other, and then like deleted a part, and then just swooped it up?
Yeah, let me just draw it on a layer just for fun. Let's see.
we're just gonna draw these random tatas on this layer.
Let's see.
Stubby's clawing my leg so he can lick his leg. Oh, his claws cut so deep. Now we need to trim those. Those danger beans are real dangerous.
Okay, let's say that's somebody's torso. Is one of these round? Okay. Sure. Maybe that'll work? I don't know. That's not the right size.
You're gonna draw these and Luna's gonna be like, hey, my eyes are over here.
Oh no, then what did
It looks
do?
like a silly face.
It does.
The bottom, that swoop underneath of him looks like a mouth, and it looks like just a goofy face. It's cool if you don't. It's cool if you don't remember how to do it.
Something like that. Now they're gone forever.
Luna, it was one of those times where it's like you just, when you're thinking about things and all of a sudden you just have this random thought that's totally off the rails.
Oh no, what was this?
That's what it was for Luna.
not sure what I did to the color menu.
Uh-oh. Gotta figure out the tools again.
Sort of.
That's one reason that I almost never drew female characters, though, because female anatomy is hard. It's really hard. I have a much easier time drawing the muscles.
Yeah, muscles are easier.
When it comes to the chest, anyway. I'd rather draw pecs.
Yeah, pecs are hard too, but they're definitely easier than boobs.
Hey, Core, what's going on tonight? You haven't fought Master Rank, Luna? She's not really that fun. It's about as murderous as you would expect, and if you fight her in the grinding lands, she's even worse, because she'll just spam her supernova. It can kill you even with the fireproof mantle. I've heard that females can draw female anatomy a little bit easier, but...
If I were less muscular, maybe I would have an easier time.
I mean, I guess you do have self-reference that you can rely on. That would be handy.
Mine don't help me.
Like, if I'm ever... I don't have the best physique, or a physique, really, but, like, as far as, like, posing, if I won, I can always just kind of, like, take a picture or something, and then copy it a little bit, and then add, you know, something attractive on top of it. Briggs, what's going on? How you doing tonight, bro?
Oh, hello.
You guys may hear a bit of purring here.
Stubby looking super cute. Oh no.
Stubby's like, are you bringing more devices near me?
Man, it's been raining a ton here, and I'm tired of it. Been having to, like, ride the stationary bike and run in place inside, because I don't want to run in the rain. Stupid rain. Ooh, Hellboy.
Yeah, it has been really raining over here. Like, flash flood nonsense all around. So have you guys gotten everything you wanted to get from the Monster Hunter events going on? Because they are going to be headed out tomorrow evening.
Oh, yeah. I think I got all the tickets.
All your Gratitude VIP tickets? Bought all your stuff?
I think I'm good on that. But I was thinking about playing some of the, like, older stuff that I didn't do. The, extra tempered. But I don't know. They bring those back a lot, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, they cycle out the extra tempered monsters every week. We won't be seeing the new variants until next month, though. Those are in March. So I'm not sure what exactly they're going to be doing this week. Probably not much of anything. They're usually pretty chill. If they have a festival or something, usually they're kind of like a few weeks off. They're like, okay, we've had the players up here doing all these event quests and playing for like a month solid now. So we're going to go ahead and take it easy for a couple weeks. And then we're going to be like, oh, variants. Come and fight the new stuff, guys. So it's like they give the player base a break.
Oh, no, you've been missing it? Maybe just hop on for a few and get the Palico gear or something. I don't know if the rest of the stuff is really that great.
Oh, your MR's too low for the Resident Evil one? Sorry to hear that, Bopo. They're going to have another event, another festival event coming up here pretty soon for the spring, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. It'll be around again. They all shall be.
Yeah, the only stuff you gotta worry about is, like, specific to that event.
It really does look like she has a pair of, like,
Like a sweater or something.
Like, especially that little mark you did to the lower right. I think that's what's making me think it, because it makes it look like the collar for, like, pajamas. Like the
Like
collar you get.
and the fold for like the sleeve.
Yeah.
This is fine. I'm fine with her being in pajamas. I don't feel like drawing her body.
Yeah, it seems like it's harder and harder to keep up with games that have continuous content. Because, that's the game model for most games now. They release a game and then it's like, oh, we've got weekly events. All of Monster Hunter, Destiny, Grand Theft Auto. Games have stuff that changes out weekly.
Yeah.
And then other games, a lot of games have daily login rewards and quests that are only available for a day at a time or something like that. So it's like, I'm at this point where I have to just be like, which of my online things do I really want to just keep up with? Because there's too much stuff. I could seriously go all across my entire backlog in the games I'm playing right now each day and probably spend 2 hours just logging in for daily rewards.
Oh, no.
Not even playing, I'm just logging in. Let's log into Warframe. Let's log into Destiny. Let's log into Final Fantasy. Let's log into Monster Hunter.
I need to get on Final Fantasy and make sure my house is still there. Oh no. Oh man, I would love some Palumu pajamas. They'd be so soft.
You could do like a little Palumu icon. You could go full bore with it and give her a collar and do like a little whatever on the collar. Like, sometimes with pajamas you've got like a little graphic on them.
Wait, Nightshade Palumu. Colors.
Nightshade Palumu is like...
Purple?
His colors are weird because it's like a rainbow in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's really weird, the color scheme they went with. It's a really nice color scheme, but it's really bizarre.
I love it.
You forgot how to draw your older characters, Ned. I could see that happening.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the last time I drew like my original characters. Been drawing fan art for a minute. Purple. Okay.
Man, Nightshade Palumu fluff would be great. It would help you sleep.
Yeah.
But I hope it would fade after a while. Because it's like you put it on, and then when do you wake up?
Never.
You have to have like a flash bomb alarm clock. It just fires a flash bug right onto your face, and it blows up to wake you up.
I'm gonna make that just a little bit later.
Yeah, I think Core is right. It's like purple, orange, blue.
Yeah. Like a sort of faded purple. Kind of like this may be still too pink.
Like instead of a collar, because like pajamas have the folded collar like this. Instead of that, you can make it that design, like the wing. Instead of just regular points, do the little things that are at the end of Palumu's wings.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's just make this really big. Not that big.
Although I might just be trying to keep you busy so I can keep chatting with our people here.
Yeah, this one is a little bit fast.
Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to hold back that cough. Oh, sorry, Stubby. He's on my lap and I scared you.
What are you doing?
There we go. I just needed to take a little advice from Rags and drink some tea. I think I've always got that issue, Ned. It feels like there's always something in my eye. I've got like longer eyelashes, unfortunately. It's horrible. It feels like I've always got this dread that my eyelashes are like the sword of Damocles hanging over my eyeballs. I never know when an eyelash is just going to break off and fly right into my retina. Core, I've actually had a little bit of an interest in motorcycles, but I have a friend that is obsessed with them. He has a garage full of them. I've actually never had one myself. I've always just ridden with friends. I'm just kind of worried I would. I don't have any faith in my coordination. I would probably kill myself.
Yeah, I probably would too.
But I love to look at them. And I really envy people that can ride them because it makes me jealous. I want to ride them, but I don't want to die.
Yeah, I would dearly love to ride a motorcycle.
Your legs have been sore all week? Were you doing some kind of exercise, Briggs?
This is the ugliest pillow.
I wish I could say I knew much about them, Core, but like I said, I've always had this just fearful respect of them. I've never actually thought about really getting one. Weren't you saying you were thinking about a bike at one point?
Yeah, I think when I was looking into getting a car to go to college, I think I was looking
That's
into bikes,
right.
but because I figured it would be cheaper, but I didn't have a job at the time, so it was basically like whatever my parents were cool with buying, and I was like, oh, maybe they'd like this better because it's like half the price, but they were like, nah, not happening.
The other thing about a bike that I would worry about is I can tell by watching my buddy that I would get addicted to it. Like I would want to customize the crap out of it. I would be spending way too much money on my bike. So yeah, I just never let myself get into it. But he's a street racer. He's ever since we were able to drive, and I taught him how to drive a stick. He's had all kinds of cars and bikes. He's crazy with it.
Oh no, I broke it. Oh no.
Maybe change your tool.
Oh. Fixed, maybe?
What's that target thing? That reticle you just had up.
It grabs the color.
Oh, so that's what gets the color. Okay.
Oh, somehow it switched to the wrong layer. Oh no. Oh, I'm drawing on this one now.
Arrow deathmatch? This sounds interesting, Briggs. Is it like laser tag or paintball? That actually sounds like a really cool idea, Core. Don't put ideas in my head.
That does sound like really awesome. That sounds like a fantastic workout. Indoor deathmatch. I want to do that.
Have you guys seen any of those indoor VR situations they've got set up, where it's like full scale VR? But they've got it's like there's different games you can play. Like the more simple ones are like go through a zoo and see all these interesting creatures. The others are like you go as a team together or solo and go into a huge warehouse that's filled with all of these boxes that have patterns on them that can turn into items in the game, like benches or walls and such. So they're actually really there. Like if you see a counter in the VR game, it's actually like a setup that you can lean on and everything, or take cover behind. And you can move around like a whole warehouse playing these games. And they have like zombie games, they have paintball games, they have a few different ones. Oh man, that actually sounds like a lot of fun, Briggs. Said it's foam-tipped arrows with actual bows and obstacles, and they also do axe throwing.
What?
We need to find out if there's a place like this near us.
Yeah, it's not so fun.
That would get me moving. I mean, until I threw my back out, but... A Raging Brachydios theme. Sash could
that
be...
would be an awesome color scheme.
Sash could be Furious Rajang.
Oh, the yellow. Why has this happened?
I actually really love blue and orange, though. I think they're exactly opposing colors, though, on the color spectrum, right? Blue and orange, I think they're directly opposed to one another.
Yep, sure.
I think they mute or null each other out.
What do you call that? That contrasting? I forget.
Contrast canceling?
I don't know.
Atelier Rise's music has gotten so quiet that you can hardly hear it.
Turn it up.
As soon as I turn it up, it's going to be like boss theme. Our TV's volume is ridiculous. It's like you move it 2, and I swear, each number that you bring it up, each one is like 8 decibels. Lunastra and Palumu pajamas. Alrighty, Core. Thank you so much for dropping in. We'll see you on the next stream. It'll probably be another Monster Hunter stream, so look forward to playing with you soon.
Yep, have a good one. Thanks for dropping in.
Where have all the kitties gone? They're all over here. Why are you guys sitting out on the cold floor? You could be sitting in that awesome chair over there. Wonder if Stubby would let me put him back in the chair.
I wonder how I could get some hearts into here.
Oh, Doom Eternal's gonna be great, Briggs. I've heard it's at least 3 times as long as Doom 2016. See, the music went all crazy loud.
It did get loud. Hey, Steph. I wonder if it would be safe to Google, like, some heart backgrounds to load into this. I don't know if I could do it at this point, though. Let's see, is other stamps symmetry? Oh, nope.
Kitties do love their company. What was the other color in Nightshade Palumu's color scheme? Orange? You could do that as a border here for the purple.
It was like hot pink, looks like. Oh no, don't do that. Stop being symmetrical. I don't know what you're doing.
Stop your symmetry!
No. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. That looks cool. Give it just that little extra detail.
Hmm.
It kind of looks like
no.
an angry owl. What happened?
It smoothed it.
You have a tool that does that?
Oh, why? Apparently, but I don't want it right now.
It wants to correct it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it is, Fox. They need to travel in packs so they can keep together and avoid their predators. And I think they automatically can cuddle up to bigger creatures that can protect them, like humans. Can you imagine what it must be? I think I've said this before. What it must be to be like a cat, though? It's like humans to them would be like having. It'd be like if you had a Titan from Attack on Titan that was friendly with you. You imagine just having a Titan come and pick you up and pet you, and who knows? The way we run around and move and everything probably seems as weird as an aberrant does. I think Stubby got hungry because I think he went down to the food bowl.
Hmm.
Cats sure know how to cuddle up to keep warm, though.
Hmm.
Since their body temperature, generally they run a little bit high, though.
Yeah, I think their temperature is around 100 something.
I think I read something that the human average temperature has changed.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was.
Apparently they're 100.5 to 102.5.
But they cuddle up to us for heat? Maybe they think that humans are cold.
I guess we're warmer than, like, cold surfaces.
I have heard that purring is a frequency of sound that is supposed to be healing to humans. It's supposed to help with regenerative process.
Yeah, I think so.
So if you're ever feeling sick, or maybe, I think that's one reason they come and lay on us, like when we're sad or depressed or anything. They think that we're in bad shape, so they're like, hey, let me help you. And your Luna has now turned into a sideways Luna.
There we go.
Yeah, I'd be a pretty picky cat too, I think.
And our cats are super picky. They got all this fancy food, and they're like, nah, I don't want to eat that today. Like, that can was like $2. Come on.
Our cats are stupid spoiled.
I don't know, my cat looks so serious.
I can't help but wonder, like, if we could fit a nightcap on her somewhere, but...
I was gonna put some hearts around her, but I was not good at drawing hearts.
Maybe, since she's more sleep-oriented now with the pajamas, you could do, like, some Z's. Hey, Baron, what's going on tonight, bro? You doing alright?
No.
We've got, I think, 2 cats have that kind of palette, Fox. Um,
What's that?
Fox says they've got a cat that hates fish and chicken but loves pork and beef.
I don't know as far as like beef, but usually anything pork is a hit. But pork's hard to find in cat food.
Yeah, it really is. We've actually debated doing some of those like ASMR videos where we feed the cats um, beef or different types of food to see how they react, see which ones like what. I've also been wanting to try out some of the challenges like the invisible wall challenge or the toilet paper wall challenge where you just take like toilet paper across a door and see how your cat goes under it or over it, and then you add a layer and you add a layer until they're finally like, no, I can't get past this anymore.
Mm. Should I make this like a Happy Valentine's Day type of deal?
Yeah, you definitely want to get them at least a little wet food every day, since cats have a tendency to not drink enough water, which leads to all sorts of kidney issues. So, gotta keep them on that wet food.
Anytime I'm like stopping to think, my cat looks crazy, and she like is staring at you like,
Oh no, Baron, I'm so sorry to hear about your loss, bro.
oh man.
20 years. Wow, you really did an awesome
Oh
job with that kitty. That's a legendary age.
yeah,
I,
man.
I know what that's like. I think I've told this story plenty of times, but my cat Harley lived to be 24, and I was 25, 26 when he passed away, so I did not remember a time of my life without that cat.
Mm. Yeah, it's always hard to lose a baby, but even harder when you've had them for that long.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing something very, very right, Baron, to give your baby that long of a life. That is truly commendable. Yeah, she definitely had a really, really awesome life.
Mm.
We lost one of ours, not one of our rescues, but there was a foster that we had years and years ago, and we fostered her out to another home, and
I actually
uh,
gave her to my brother, so I still got to see her sometimes.
yeah, and she ended up getting cancer, and she was in really bad shape over the holidays. So Sasha's brother had work because the holidays are a really busy time for him. And so we had to bring her over. We decided to bring her over and keep her in our care for her last few days. And it can be hard. Oh wow, Briggs, you've got one at 16?
Dang.
Man, we've got a bunch of folks that really know how to take care of their kitties.
Mm. Yep, it does open up room for you to give that love to another kitty.
Yeah, I know a lot of people think of it as trying to replace a cat, and it's not that at all. It's cats or dogs or any pets really.
Mm.
It's it's definitely not trying to replace them. It's just using that as you said, Fox, an opportunity to give a great life to another one out there.
Mm.
There's just so many animals out there that need help or rescuing too. So
Yeah, I mean, we run into ones all the time, but we are full to capacity here.
yeah, even when we run into ones that we can't take ourselves, we do our best to go through a humane society or no kill shelter, local cat folks, fosters, that kind of stuff to help them out.
No, we usually don't make it that far because a lot of people know that we do take in a lot of animals, so there's always somebody who's like, hey, can you take this one? Like, nah. not anymore.
Yeah, we're the go-to for a lot of our family and friends. It's like, hey, I just found this stray. Are you first? Are you sure it's a stray? You're absolutely certain. This isn't like a neighbor's cat that got out. Have you checked it? Make sure, feel its ears. Make sure there's not a chip in there. Check around the neck. How friendly does it seem? All these questions.
Yeah, you can always get them scanned at a vet and
Yeah.
check like databases online and stuff.
Because we've had a few instances where a friend was like, I just found this cat, and they send us a picture, and we look at the picture, and it's like, that doesn't look like a stray. That looks like a really healthy cat. And then after asking a few questions and get them to ask, it's like we eventually find out, oh, that belonged to somebody like right next door.
It sounds like you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, sounds like you're right in the same boat with us, Baron. I mean, you might not have the opportunity or the time or anything to take in as many as we do, but I mean, it sounds like you gave one an awesome home for 20 years. So, I mean, that puts you right up there with us, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's the love of the animals that matters.
Oh, yeah, we try to instill the fear of the outside in all these guys. There's Axel's a little dumb and sometimes
God.
tries to charge the door, and then he gets out there and he's like, what?
It is hilarious. So what we will do, what I've been trying to do with Axel's, because he tries to run out all the time. So I'll wait. I'll be at the door and I'll look down the road, and if I see a car coming, I'll hold him tight and I'll just take him out on the front stoop. And we're still like probably 40 feet from the road, but the cars going by are startling to him, so it kind of gives him a spook, like, and then he's like instantly like, oh, I want to go back in now. I don't know what that thing was, but that was scary. But he still tries to go out the next time. He doesn't, like Sash said, he doesn't go far. He'll go out onto the steps and then maybe out to the driveway where our cars are parked. And then as soon as anything happens, he's just a big scaredy cat, turns around and back into the house.
Even if nothing happens, he just goes out and freezes.
Yeah, Briggs. Axel likes to hop into the grass, but as soon as there's anything, any kind of noise, he saw a squirrel out there once and it freaked him out. He was like, oh no, it's gonna kill me.
I don't have my brush for making my handwriting look presentable. Happy got 2 P's, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Milo, you've returned to us, sir. Hello. Hello, did you get some snacks? Did you get some food? Good food? Jolly good, yes. So if your cat actually went outside still, Baron, though, and she made it to 20, then your cat was not only well taken care of, but she was streetwise, too. It's actually pretty rare to see a cat that has the opportunity to go outside. It's pretty rare to see them last to reach that kind of an age. The outside is unfortunately really dangerous for cats. Hey, Dralex, what's going on?
Oh, hello. Milo, you want to get your butt out of the camera? Rude.
Milo, this isn't that kind of show. There we go. You handsome devil. It's nap time.
Why does he look so irritated? There he goes.
The chonk has arrived. It's good that he's down to chunk level, though. He was an absolute unit of a chungus for a while.
The terms. I can't. He was about as big as Axel is now.
Yeah, he was top of the scale.
But then something got him sick and he, like, stopped eating for a few days. And because he was so big, his liver totally crashed. But he's been good since then.
Yeah, he did unfortunately go into, he had jaundice and went into liver failure. And we had to spend about 2-3 weeks with that catheter?
The feeding tube?
Yeah, he had a feeding tube in his neck that we had to feed him through. So we had to mush food up like 6 times a day and feed it to him through this tube. It was rough. And ever since, though, we've managed to maintain a good, healthy weight on him. Oh, barn cats are some of the toughest you can get, Baron. Our 5 youngest were in a litter that came from a barn, and we got them when they were like 3 weeks old, maybe.
Yeah, they were pretty small, but their eyes were open.
Yeah.
So I think they were like fresh open. So when does that happen?
And these guys, yeah, they had quite a few problems. We had a lot of worms to deal with, a lot of fleas.
Apparently their eyes open at 7 to 10 days, so I'd probably put them at about 10 days old. That looks about right.
Yeah, I mean, they were barely able to handle themselves and get around.
Yeah, a lot of them had stomach issues. Stubby and Reese's had a lot of issues, like struggling to go to the bathroom and then diarrhea and sort of back and forth. They all had fleas really, really bad. Stubby had an eye infection. He had something scratched his eye. So he had eye drops that we had to put in twice a day.
Yeah, it was pretty much, we had to like make a pen for him out of one of our more open. Luckily, we had a room we were about to renovate, so we were able to just kind of cardboard in a mass, like half the room pretty much, and we just were caring for him like the entire day, all day, every day. It's actually kind of a shame we didn't have the channel back then, because I think it would have been cool to cover their recovery.
Yeah, we were weighing them every day to make sure they were gaining weight, because there was one that was not. Actually, a few of them weren't gaining weight very well, so we had to weigh them every day, make sure that they continued to gain weight. And they had a variety of medicines and stuff, and we had to flea comb them every day because they were too young for the flea medicine.
Briggs, it's actually funny you ask that. We do have one picture where we have 6 of them, and they're all on Sasha and I's lap. Sasha and I were sitting still, well, sitting next to each other, kind of, and on a sectional couch, and they're all there. We'll try to find it and send it to the Discord. Well, thank you, Jalix. I mean, between everyone else and all their legendary kitties times and ours, I'd say, yeah, we've got a great love of kitties here. The kitties deserve most of the admirable, or the commendation, though, because, I mean, their will to live is what gets them through all this stuff.
Yeah.
All we can do is give them that loving push.
Man, look at that high quality bean content.
Oh yeah, we've got some beans going here.
Oh, sorry, Portia.
Good black beans.
I think those are some of the healthy ones.
Milo's got like this RPG music going to his nap. So,
Beans.
is this one... Are you pretty comfortable with this one being done?
Oh, yeah, I think I'm good.
This Lunastra, then it ended up being a Lunastra in pajamas?
Yeah, I did not think that's where this was going to go, but that's just how things go on this channel. Oh, that was interesting. I don't think when I draw anything that I have any idea or could accurately predict where any of them go. They just kind of end up wherever.
It's really windy whenever we go out and start firing off ideas and things, so we just kind of throw them out to the wind and they just land where they may.
Yeah, I got no control over my hands, so they do what they will.
She's speaking truth. She beats the crap out of me by accident all the time.
I'm sorry. I work out a lot and I have trouble adjusting to like how much force it takes to set something down. So sometimes I just sit down and cut, just like bam, like I didn't mean to.
It's like, why are you breaking stuff? Stop that. I can't help it.
I didn't know that was gonna happen. I'm not mad.
You mad, bro?
No.
Look, half of his face is flat from laying on the table.
And back out.
Well, all right. It looks like we are about done with this one for the evening, guys.
I think so.
We are probably going to be doing a stream sometime this weekend, so long as nothing comes up. Probably just some more Monster Hunter, or maybe I'll finally get around to the Grandia stream. I've been wanting to do that one, but...
Oh yeah, you were talking about doing that.
Well, thank you so much, Baron. We really appreciate that.
That was so sweet. I don't think we're that great, but thank you.
I think we got very lucky with you guys, how so many, pretty much everyone that comes into our streams, you're all such awesome people. You all love animals, be it dogs or cats. We're not just about cats. We like dogs too.
We like everything.
We just have, yeah, we like everything. But it's cats are what we do the most. So, but the fact that you guys have so many animals and so many that are like legendary ages, I mean, that's kind of what gives us hope for the future as well. So.
And it's cool to know so many different people from all over the place, but I wish everyone was closer so we actually could hang out.
It is pretty cool having our digital family be from just about everywhere, though. Truly the best thing about the internet.
Oh no, I think we were fixing to sign off, maybe.
Oh yeah, TikTok. I'm sorry. It's good to see you, but we were pretty much done for the evening. But thank you so much for dropping in. I remember you from the last stream.
I think we might be streaming again some Monster Hunter stuff soon.
Yeah.
Not sure which day yet.
Yeah, we're wanting to get another stream. We're trying to get to where we can stream maybe 2 or 3 times a week. We want to be more active with it because obviously you guys have been coming in to see us more. You guys are putting in the effort to actually come in and be here with us. So, I mean, I think it's just natural that we should do the same, really. And it's so much fun. Like every time we do a stream, we get new folks coming into the digital fam, and it's always so much fun.
Everyone's so nice.
But yeah, TikTok, if you play Monster Hunter or anything, we should be doing hopefully a game stream sometime this weekend. I wish we could give you a time, but like Sash said, our schedule's kind of up in the air, but we're trying to tone it down and rein it in so we can actually get our streams to dedicated times. So sorry it is kind of random right now for you guys. Uh-oh, it sounds like the ducks are making some noise this time of night. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. We got some visitors, some wild ducks that are just hanging out, so hopefully they are not too bad. Because we got a run we put our domestic ducks in to keep them safe from like raccoons and stuff.
Yeah, right now we've got some migratory birds visiting us, though, and they're just kind of hanging out back there, so I'm a little worried about them. They won't go on the run so we can make them safe, but they can fly.
Yeah, they can fly, that's true.
Yeah, you guys might be able to hear them a little bit. They're actually out there going, so...
Yeah,
we
I was
did
watching the mic mixer there, and I think it was going up.
We did have some trouble with a bobcat last summer, so...
Yeah. We're pretty close to a lake, so you get a lot of interesting stuff, owls and stuff.
Well, alrighty, guys. We need to go actually check on that, so I guess they're quacking at a good time. But, hey, thank you so much, guys, for dropping in. Hope we could entertain you. It was great to chat with you guys. Thank you so much for dropping in. We love you, and we will be seeing you over the weekend at some point. We'll try to give you guys some notice in the Discord, too, so... Outside of that, thanks again, guys. And if anyone is watching this after the fact, we love you guys, too. If you're new to the channel, like, subs, all that stuff, that's all up to you. What we do ask for around here, though, is if it's within your means, consider adopting or rescuing an animal. ASPCA.org, petfinder.com. You can also Google local animal rescue and adoption options. And as you can see here, if you'd like to help with the Australia brush fires, if you check on Facebook, the Animal Rescue Collective Craft Guild is a really awesome way to help out the wallabies and the joeys and the baby koalas that are having issues out there. So, guys, there's plenty of ways to show your love, plenty of ways to show you care to those animals. And if you can't bring one home due to allergies, living conditions, whatever, there's other ways you can help out. What you got?
You can always go volunteer, so spend time with the guys, or you can donate money, old blankets, clothes, all that kind of stuff. They can use all those things.
Yep, so if you've got
I love to share. Love to give.
There's plenty of ways to show it and plenty of ways to give it. And unfortunately, there's plenty of animals that need that love. Like our ducks right now. That's what's distracting me. I gotta go check on them. Love you guys. Have a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Nighty night.
Buy your fun, not your fam.
Yep.
Adopt, don't shop. Bye-bye.